What up? What up? What up, people? Um, it's a woo. Yeah, we definitely struggled tonight, Nate. Uh, we definitely struggled. We didn't give up a touch. Well, I think we gave up one touchdown, but we definitely struggled. Just I think I've got to accept that our defense isn't what it was last year, and I knew it wasn't going to be, and that's fine. Just like I said, I think I just have to accept it and just understand that this year's team, has to grow and has got to build and has got to do all the things that teams have to do. So just happy to get out with a win, man. Just happy, happy, happy to get out with a win. Woo! All right, I'm about to bring on my boy fishing real quick.
What it do?
What up, big dog? Nothing much.
Okay, just fix that.
Um, trying to pull up, trying to pull up uh, some of these other games right now, or at least the ones that are going on. I heard, well, not heard, but you told me that you
I
watched a lot of college football today. How was it?
watched a good bit. Yeah, I watched a good bit.
Same, same, same. Just got done watching the Georgia game and listening to Kirby talk, and Nate just asked, yeah, facts, Falcons fan. Nate
What did I
said
say?
Georgia sounds like a 10-2 team from what tonight, what I've heard against Missouri. Then I told him, I said, no, I agree. Told him I'm going to have to accept that our defense is not what it was last year. It was a historic defense, and that this year's defense is very young and inexperienced, and that's fine. Uh, but away from all that, away from all that, Stetson Bennett, bro, the boy threw like
Bro,
42% completion percentage. That man is, oh,
hey man,
he led perfect two drives at the end of the game, and I'm happy about that. But it's like he got to step up, man. He can't rely on the defense to save him anymore. Um, I mean, I know they did, I guess, in that game too at the end, but he's got to step up. He's got to be able to like it's got to be on his shoulders at some point. We can't keep saying, you
hmm
know, it's okay, we got your back, dude. Like, no, it's your time, dude. If you're supposed to be that guy, be that guy.
if you're Georgia, you got to have a quarterback that can take the game into his hands and win it for you like
Yeah.
that.
And it's like
And
at the end of that drive, he's not the one that did it. Dejon
nah,
Edwards, our third string running back, who
hmm
I've been saying this whole time is our best running back. That man nice. He's
yeah,
shifty, he moved, he hit the all of it, bro. And it's
he
like,
move, he shifty, he nice.
yes, it's
Yeah,
like it's what a running back is supposed to be. I love that we have Kendall Milton and Kenny McIntosh that can catch out of the backfield. Those guys run hard, but Dejon Edwards actually makes people miss. And that's what I think of when I think of a good runner. Whether it's a quarterback
hmm
that can run, a wide receiver that catches it mid screen, can do things with it, somebody in open field that can make you miss. But I'll say this real quick and I'll shut up. But Falcons fans said I'll be mad later. But when you struggle like we did, or struggle like we did, I'm happy to just get out with the dub. Bet said it feels good when your team wins comfortably on the road. Oh, they played against Arkansas. That's right. Man, hey, I did not
man.
want Bryce to do it. As much as I hate Bama, I did not want.
Nah, I
I,
didn't either. I didn't either.
we're all. I think he was fifth or sixth, Nate. But you're right. He was in top 10. He won't be after today, but um, yeah, I felt bad, bro. I mean, even though you got another quarterback who runs a 4.4 at like 220 pounds, dude, Milrow is the
Well, I was just
freaking
about to
beast.
say. I mean, if you look and see, if you watch Jalen Milrow, the first thing that pops into my head, he looks like Anthony Richardson.
I haven't seen him pass a whole lot,
He didn't.
But he might
Yeah,
be
he
more,
didn't.
he might be more accurate.
He
But
was
I
like
haven't seen
Anthony
him.
Richardson last year, though. I mean, when he takes off running, he's hard to catch. He's hard to stop. And he's built like that. He's tall. He's quick. I mean, he's built. So yeah, he's built pretty much the same.
He is. Defense stepped up when they had to. Never let the game get out of hand. Yeah, I mean, bro, they scored 1 touchdown and kicked 5 field goals. Like I agree
Oh, I know.
completely.
They kept kicking them damn field goals.
He had 2 50-plus yarders today, and I'll say this: Stetson fumbling the ball, and then Kendall Milton fumbling the ball. Like you don't win games having multiple turnovers. Like we all know that. But
Clemson just scored again.
Good deal. Okay, keep me updated on that for sure.
Yeah. 2 minutes left, I think.
Well, I think Bryce, he either sprained his AC joint or he sprained his labrum or tore it, because the way he landed right there that was tough.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we'll see. We'll have to get updates throughout the week. See if he's going to play versus A&M. I think Bama could win without him, but still, I mean, you definitely want him back.
But you know the way that Saban is, bro. He ain't about to let nobody know what's wrong. Oh well, he's day to day. Dude could be missing an arm. He'd be like, oh well, he's day to day. We'll find out more in the next days.
It's funny when he got hurt and they went to the half. The reporter was asking him. He's like, "Have you heard anything about Bryce Young?" He's like, "No, I haven't talked to him." So do you expect? And then they were like, "Do you expect Jalen Milroe to start the rest of the game?" He's like, "Well, if Bryce Young isn't in the game, then yeah." I'm like, bro,
like he's gonna shut it down.
Like no shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's gonna shut it down. But yeah, that was super stressful. I kept wondering, and it didn't creep in my mind, but I kept wondering when it was gonna hit me. Is Kirby going to think about the backup quarterback at any time? But in my mind, I'm like, no. The way Kirby is, he'll let his quarterback go down with the ship. He'll let him take the loss before he ever thinks about putting in the backup quarterback.
I know.
Because in this look, that's what we were talking about. Because Kirby's looking at it like, dude, if we lose, we drop back to number 4 and number 5, number 6, whatever. But if we win the rest of our games and then win the SEC championship, we're in the playoff. Like he in his mind, he's like, no big deal type deal. And I hate that he thinks that way.
Now let me ask you though, because what's up, Crimson Brave? Let me ask you though, because this is the concern from the outside looking in. I mean, you struggle against Kent State, and now this with Mizzou, and Mizzou is terrible.
Yeah,
terrible. Agreed. Now they played one of the best games they have this whole season tonight, but still. So what is really like? Is it Stetson? Like, you know what I mean? Like you said, the defense isn't as
Stetson was 4 of 15 with 90 yards passing at one point. So you tell me.
Well, at the end of the game, I think he was like 15 of 40 or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, terrible. It's terrible percentage.
Yeah, it's horrible.
300 yards in the game, and it's like that's good no, but you can't play good teams and go 15 of 40.
Yeah. You know what I noticed too? The tight ends weren't utilized as much, and I feel like that maybe that was Missouri's game plan.
Honestly, bro, it's Georgia's game plan, not to shoot ourselves in our own foot, but if you notice, Stetson, when he snaps the ball, he stares down where he's throwing it. He does not read the field. It's like there was one play that pissed me off. We had all 3 tight ends to the right, 3 tight ends in the game. 1 receiver to the left. He snaps it, stares down the receiver, throws it, overthrows him out of bounds. And it's like, you didn't even attempt to look at those routes to your like. He reminds me of the way that Jake Fromm did, but I think this team has more talent around Stetson than Jake did, so it kind of masked it a little bit. But it was
watching Stetson pretty much all year this year, he's been throwing dump offs for the most part, wide open tight ends or wide open receivers and end arounds and stuff like that. It feels like Missouri game plan really good for it, and they took that away. And then if you take that away, then you're looking at Georgia's wide receivers, which, I mean, let's be honest, they're not that great. And they dropped a lot of passes today.
Out of our 10 receivers that played today, 7 of them are freshmen or sophomores.
Yeah.
Like, and he said, okay, Stetson was 24 of 44. Got you. So a
Yeah,
little over 15.
I know it was pretty bad. I knew it was over 15, but yeah.
Well, and the thing is, Kent State, they played the same type of game plan because that's why Stetson struggled against them. So Missouri was just like, hey, well, appreciate you.
Yeah, they
So,
looked at
but
that
my
film and said,
thing is,
thanks. We'll try to go ahead and do better.
I guess on the inside, oh, I agree. I'm disappointed they didn't target. I'm disappointed they didn't create more plays for Bowers, nor Darnell. We threw it to Darnell a little bit, but the times we did, that man makes plays, bro. And they barely gave him the ball. I mean, it was one play. Dude literally catches it, throws dude off of him, tries to hurdle a guy, doesn't hurdle him,
Yep.
puts his knee in his neck. And all
I
of a
saw
sudden,
that.
the dude he put his knee in his neck is down. And they had to come out and look at bro, Darnell is a beast. And we still find ways to try to run it up the middle. You saw how many times we ran it up the middle today? Like it was horrible vanilla play calling in the first half. It's like we just expected to overpower them. And then in the third quarter, we started trying stuff. Fourth quarter, they're like, hey, let's run our real offense. Like, stop playing, bro. Stop. But anyways, on the inside,
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say till we play a better team. Because we just, like you said, we just struggled against Kent State. We struggled against Missouri. But is it one of those where this team is playing down to their competition? I'll find out when we play a better team. I don't really know much.
Yeah. Who's the next opponent y'all play? Who do y'all play next week?
So nobody. It's like, I know maybe Auburn, something like that, or Vanderbilt or something. So nobody. I know Auburn had a decent game today.
Mizzou's a nobody too, my boy.
I know that's my
technically
point.
So.
But that's my point. It's not a great team yet. Like,
yeah.
But I know Auburn just played LSU. I think LSU won it. It was a close game. Auburn played really good.
Yeah, it's Auburn,
which is good. But yeah, I think Auburn's a better team than Vanderbilt by far. Oh, I agree, Falcons fan. That's what I was telling Fisher.
Yeah.
Edwards is our best running back. Edward,
that's crazy to say too, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sophomore Branson Robinson is a true freshman. Well, he's a redshirt freshman or something, right?
No, he's true freshman, and that's why I'm glad they're not trying to put anything on him. Just save him, bro. Just, you know what I mean? Like he's a 5-star running back coming in. Like, just save him. Like, don't do anything because last thing you need is somebody trying to come in doing too much and him get hurt. Like, just reserve him. All right, big dog.
Yeah. Big Tube says that Nebraska's about to beat Indiana. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Nebraska was favored by 6, so they should beat Indiana.
So does this mean that they're going to erase the Indiana Hoosiers movie? Crimson Brave, he's a little mad too, bro.
He's going off. You want to talk about this Bama game?
Yeah. Hey, Sir UGA, give us just a bit to kind of start the show a little bit and get into it, and we'll bring you on. I'll bring you on.
You better stay here, bro, too. Yeah.
Well, we threw Curly and Chubb into the Wolves as true freshmen, and that worked out pretty well. Yeah, but Falcons fan, that was when we put everything on our running backs. I think Gurley and Chubb are a little better than Kendall and
Nate. Stop it.
Nebraska's going 9-3. I will say this. I will say this, Falcons fan. I don't think we had guys older than Gurley and Chubb that were experienced. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, we'll pull up the Bama game real quick. You want to go ahead and talk about it, and then I'll pull up the stats on it.
Yeah. So watching this game, Bama's defense played pretty good, honestly. The linebackers mainly. Man, Bama started dominating. It was 28-0. And then, it kind of fell off. Bryce Young gets hurt, obviously. Jalen Milroe comes in. He's just handing the ball off. And they're still moving the ball down the field. And I forget what happens. They fumble it at, I forget what it was. I saw so much garbage plays in the red zone today. But they messed up somehow. They definitely dropped it. But no, it was interesting because Alabama started messing up. Hold on. Yeah, NC State acting like they can come back. But no, yeah. So Bama's Bama bad snap on the punt. That was after the first mess up. I don't know why I can't. I'm drawing a blank on the first one, but bad snap. It puts Arkansas at the 3-yard line or whatever. They punch it in for a touchdown. Easy money. Arkansas comes back that way. Oh, it was the onside kick. That's what it was. The onside kick. Arkansas got an onside kick. Before that, that gave them pretty much 7 points. Then they missed the snap on the punt. Put Arkansas like at the 3-5 yard line or something. They punched it in. So that's 14 points right there that Alabama shouldn't have given up.
Got you.
But then they ended up starting to score again and come back. And like I said, Jalen Milroe was pretty much handing it off the whole time, and it's no big deal.
Just trying to get out of the game.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
No, I get
so
that.
It's 26 to what? 49 to 26. If you really think about it, and of course this is why the games are played, but if Bama doesn't fuck up and give Arkansas those points, I mean, this is a 12 to 49 game, so it was pretty much a blowout. Bama pretty much dominated this whole game. And like I said, the defense, Will Anderson and Dallas Turner were all over everybody. Even Henry To'o was all over Arkansas this whole game.
Agreed. I felt like in the first quarter, Arkansas shot themselves in the foot, especially before. I mean, it was 0-0. Arkansas is driving down. They get in the 5-yard line, 6-yard, whatever it is. They're first and goal. And they run like 2 or 3 straight read option plays and ruin it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, dude, like, stop running that, bro. And it's like, Nate, don't you dare put Michigan above Georgia. You better chill out, dog.
Yeah, Nate, you tripping. You are tripping.
We got OSU
beating Iowa and think you something. Stop it.
Yeah.
Iowa, I was thinking this today too. Can somebody look this up? I don't know if this is true. Is Iowa the least scoring team in the country right now? As far as points go, I mean, they gotta be.
They
gotta be, man. They're horrible.
Timeout. Georgia Tech is beating Pittsburgh 19-7 right now.
Stop it.
Well, never mind. Pitt just scored a touchdown, so now it's 19 to about to be 19 to 14.
Addition by subtraction, bro. That's what it is. Addition by subtraction. The Scott Frost effect. That's what you can call it.
Yes.
There you go.
Every time a coach gets fired, team amps it up, and they get to wanting to rumble and bro.
Yeah, Illinois beat Wisconsin. I'm not surprised at all. I mean, that was Wisconsin's horrible. They suck.
That covered the spread. Got you.
Yeah, they covered the spread. Good for them. Actually, no, they didn't, unless they score. Because the spread was 7, so they didn't cover.
What's the score right now?
It's 30-20. Spread was 7. They ain't covering unless they score in 45 seconds.
Oh. I think Colorado has the worst. Yeah, Colorado and Iowa.
What about fair for you?
Worst offense.
Negative.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I saw that, JC. Okay. So look, this what we'll do is let's go through 2 or 3 games, and then we'll start bringing people on. You cool with that?
Yep.
Are there any games in particular that you want to start out with?
Well, we might as well talk about this Ole Miss game. Ole Miss in Kentucky.
Right, I'll pull it up. Before we start, Clemson is making good points. He's talking about the receivers and the drops for Alabama.
Yeah, he's going off, and
they said Iowa's offense was terrible, Nate. Nobody said their defense was. But I saw Jermaine Burton drop a few today. I saw a few people drop a few.
A lot of people dropped the ball today.
So I completely get that.
Final
from Bama.
30-20. Everybody's rushing the field.
Who's rushing the field?
Looks like Clemson people.
Why would they be rushing the field?
I don't know. Maybe because NC State beat them last year. I don't know.
Oh,
Field's
they're trying to make
full of people though. Yeah, and plus NC State. Yeah, all NC State fans talked all that shit all week. So
yeah, I was gonna say
they smoking that wolf pack right now. That's what they're doing.
Exactly. Pete texted every single Clemson fan and told them, if we win, I need you.
Yeah.
Who said Iowa was awful? I don't know. I don't think we.
Yeah, Clemson. Yeah, ECG. That ain't no lie. Clemson. good win, but they frauds, man.
Got you, Nate. Well, we'll say the defense is
My
pretty
opinion,
good.
though.
How about that? Okay, yeah, let's start out with the Ole Miss Kentucky game. So, what'd you think, Big Dog, after watching it?
Well, I mean, Ole Miss was moving the ball consistently all game. Kentucky had a few hiccups, and Ole Miss even turned it over one time. Jackson Dart threw an interception, and Kentucky could have capitalized on it, but didn't. Kentucky went for 2 early in the game, missed it, so they had 6 points on the board. Then they scored another touchdown, missed the field goal, so it was 12 to 7, whatever it was. I don't know, but yeah, I think 12 to 16 or something. I don't remember. But yeah, as soon as they missed the 2-point conversion, I kind of knew that's going to bite them. And then they missed the field goal as soon as they scored another touchdown. They scored 3 touchdowns, and Ole Miss scored 2 touchdowns, a field goal, and an extra point or a 2-point conversion. So Ole Miss didn't even score 3 touchdowns and still won.
Mrs. Pete smoking that North Carolina State pack, bro.
Yeah, she's smoking that pack.
Yeah.
Hey, get it, Miss Pete. I don't blame you.
Jeremy Garrettson said, "Hell is frozen over. Georgia Tech and Nebraska about to win." Thanks.
They both fired their garbage head coach. What do you expect? They're going to be better.
And look at the way touched. Oh my goodness, Georgia Tech about to score. Sorry guys. All right, I'll shut up. We'll say this.
Hey, that's what it's about. That's what this show's about. There's games still on every time we start this.
Facts. What I saw from the Ole Miss and Kentucky game, one, Ole Miss and Kentucky are way more physical than I expected. I know Kentucky's always played physical, but bro, they were hitting. I mean, just every play it seemed like somebody was trying to lay the wood. Ole Miss, we knew they had running backs, but getting to see a full game of them,
look good.
Their running backs are nice, bro, and they play them very well. They put them in very, very good positions. And I think, like I said, I think that's nice to see. The quarterback doesn't have to be great. I mean, they run a lot of little hit screens, little things. They'll take a shot every now and then, but the running backs carry the torch for that team.
Yeah, definitely. And when Jackson Dart had to make a throw, whether it was over the middle or whatever, he made throws. So yeah,
he didn't. Yeah, he didn't have to do too much. What is it? Kentucky, nice too. Kentucky got a nice defense. Like I was expecting this to be a way, but a more high scoring game than what it was. But Kentucky looked good, and this is a good stat. So Georgia, Alabama, of course, lead in the most wins since last year, the beginning of last year.
I saw that. Yeah,
and third and fourth,
Kentucky and Ole Miss
tied at 14.
Yep.
So it was good. Nate, please, bro, talk trash about Georgia. It's a college football show, bro. Just start going ham. You got it. I want you to drink some Mountain Dew, bro, and get the tight.
You get the tight.
Get the tight, Nate. Anyways, yeah, bro. So Jeff Collins number 2 is going to win this game. They all look like Jeff Collins on the sideline, bro. They do. They all got the white hats, got the small chubby face, and the little same headset. But anyways, back to that game. We'll pull up the stats on it. But yeah, dude, I thought that was nice. I thought it was a really good game to watch. If you like football, you would like that.
It was a great game. Yeah.
Hey, the same way that they use Snell, the same way that Kentucky used Snell, they use Rodriguez.
Hey, look, let's be real. Him coming back was a big addition for Kentucky. Kentucky's run game was not looking really good at all. I think it was 2.4, 2.5 yards a carry before he came back, and they ran the ball today. They ran it and threw it. It just wasn't enough. I mean, they couldn't capitalize on certain things. Like I said, I mean, they went for that 2-point conversion, then they missed the extra point, blah, blah, blah. But, but credit Ole Miss's defense. I mean, Ole Miss's defense played really damn good today.
I know.
Surprisingly.
I agree completely. I'll say this. Here we go. Will Levis, 18 of 24, 220 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Rodriguez, 72 yards rushing on 19 carries and a touchdown. Kentucky has been needing that player to step up for them, like honestly. And of course, Rodriguez coming back, and his first game was almost that. So people, you can say, "Oh, well, Ole Miss beat Kentucky." Yeah, yes, that's Rodriguez's first game.
Mhm.
Once they get rolling with him and they can honestly get momentum going, Kentucky's going to be tough to play. So
Yeah, they're 4-0 without him, and now they took a loss today, but they look a lot better offensively just with him.
Agreed
Yeah.
completely, dude. Jackson Dart, and this we talked about this. He made the throws he needed to. He's 15 of 29, 213 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. But Zach Evans had a touchdown, and Judkins, the true freshman,
He looked good too, boy.
Yes,
he looked good.
He's fast. And it's like the thing about good running backs, they can be shifty, like I was talking about Edwards for us, but he's shifty and got breakaway speed. That's when you have a complete running back. Like, that's like Gibbs, Jamir Gibbs from Alabama. It's the same thing.
Yep.
What up, Slim Shady? Okay. Georgia Tech, they did end up scoring. Yeah. So now it's 26-14, or I guess they're about to kick a field goal or kick a PAT if they already haven't. But Ole Miss had one receiver, 6 receptions for 100 yards. Had a few more have receptions, but still, I just want to say that was a great ball game. What's up, Traveling? But like I said, great ball game overall. Ole Miss almost had 400 yards in that game. Kentucky 328. Everything else looks pretty even going down. Kentucky had 2 fumbles, but Ole Miss had 1 interception. So
Kentucky had what?
Kentucky had 2 fumbles lost.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Will Levis fumbled it. That's what really ended the game for Kentucky. Will Levis was diving to get that 3rd down conversion, and he fumbled it. And at that point, it was pretty much over because they were at like the 30-yard line. So yeah.
Somebody made Slim upset earlier. He said, "Just making my presence known in case." Well, I mean, you could always just go back and watch.
I wasn't talking shit. I was being honest.
Well, I mean, you can always go back and watch the show afterwards. It's still, I'm not going to delete it.
Well, he was obviously he was listening. I was just saying, I don't know why he don't do the 10. He don't do the 500 if he wants to do the 10K.
Gotcha.
That's all. Well,
you hurt Slim's feelings.
That's all I said. That's all I was saying, and I'd say that to anybody. No, it's no biggie.
Okay, all right, good deal. All right, we'll move on to the next game there, but all right, here we go. Purdue beats PJ Fleck in Minnesota.
Close game too.
Cold like Minnesota. Hey, bro, look at Purdue, dude, knocking off PJ Fleck. Like PJ Fleck. Didn't see any of that game. Just know that they beat him. But I don't know if you got to see any of it.
It's a pretty boring game to watch.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't see any of it.
I turned it on and I was watching it. And I'm like, it's pretty boring. I mean, it's an interesting matchup, but it was just a boring game. Obviously, Purdue has to throw the ball to do anything, and then Minnesota's got one of the best running backs in the Big Ten, so they're handing it off to him every single play. So it just a little bit boring.
Mate, that's exactly how Minnesota's spelled. I agree. Next game,
Minnesota.
This was a good one to talk about. Kansas State versus Texas Tech. Texas Tech coming off of a win over Texas. Kansas State coming off of a huge win over. Bro, is it really not going to pop up? Okay. Who did Kansas State play last week? I want to say, Oklahoma. Beat Oklahoma.
Beat Oklahoma. And we'll get to Oklahoma in a second.
Yeah, that's.
Adrian Martinez looked like a damn Heisman running around all over Texas Tech. I mean, he scored 3 touchdowns on the ground. He only threw for 100 yards, but he still managed to score 3 touchdowns on the ground and run all over Texas Tech. I had Texas Tech when I was picking my picks, but it is what it is.
Here we go. Texas Tech's quarterback, 34-48. 359 yards, 2 touchdowns, but also 2 interceptions. Not really a run game, even though it had a guy 6 carries, 55 yards. Great average, but he just didn't get a lot of. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. What about Deuce
bro.
Vaughn? Can you look up those stats? What did he have? Running back for Kansas State.
Oh my. Okay, well, hold on. We'll do this real quick. We'll go to him.
Okay.
That's
I was about to say.
Quarterback for Texas Tech had 18 carries, but only 20 yards, bro. He had a touchdown, but you can tell they try to use him as a part of, the offense. But either way,
Yeah.
Adrian Martinez or Asante Samuel Martinez, 12 of 19, 116 yards, 1 touchdown passing on the ground. Martinez, 12 carries, 171 yards, 3 touchdowns,
Dude,
like you said.
Jesus Christ.
Deuce Vaughn, 23 carries, 170 yards.
You said Adrian Martinez 12 carries for 170?
171. So you had 2 players put up, bro, 340 yards of offense. Of rushing. Just rushing. So, anyways, it's amazing. It goes to show you, though, how good Kansas State can be. And I give shout out to Kansas State's defense to be able to not shut down, but hold Texas Tech's pass-happy offense to 28 points. Daniel broke one of his TVs, but you didn't record it? Bro, what are you doing?
You should have recorded it, bro.
Get another TV, record.
Go buy another TV, $250. Make sure it's a 40-inch, no smaller, and then just turn it on next weekend, and maybe you'll break another one.
I would say take
if that's the case, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say a bat or a beer bottle, but if you want to get like a 12 gauge or something, put a few holes in it. Great, bro. Great.
Yeah. Print out a big G logo, tape it to the TV, and then shoot that bitch with a shotgun. That's what you should do.
There you go.
After how y'all played today, that's what you should do, bro.
Yes.
The past 2 weeks, I should say.
I have to give my boy Kirby props. The first time in the history of Georgia under Kirby.
No.
We ran a fake field goal.
He did what?
We ran a fake field goal. We've never done that under Kirby.
Did it work?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good to go. Yeah, that's good. Well, the last time we ran it was what in the Natty game, and it failed.
No. We've never ran it. We ran a punt, a fake punt.
Fake punt. That's right. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That was like, hey, Justin's never been on this punt team. Well, he's out here now. Do you think they're gonna fake it? No. Why would they do that? Oh, hey.
I'm not trying to make this a whole Georgia thing, but Kirby gets no credit today. No credit at all. No credit.
No. Agreed. Okay, here we go. I was a little pissed off too, bro. I hated that.
That's what we're talking about Kansas State. What about Oklahoma losing, getting blown out?
That's crazy. We'll go back. Michigan's after this one. We will go back to the Michigan-Iowa game. Actually, we'll just go through the Michigan-Iowa game fast because Iowa's boring. But JJ, what's his name? JJ McCartney. All right. Anyways, 18 to 24, 150 yards passing, 1 touchdown. But he did have 5 carries for negative 14 yards.
Negative?
Yes.
And they call him a dual threat too.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Okay. But the running back saved the day for Michigan.
Blake Corum's a monster.
Yeah. 29 carries, 133 yards. He only had 1 touchdown, but still. Christopher McDavitt said he is going streaking down the hallway. Georgia Tech just won. He's going to eat all the Jell-O. He can. CJ, stop it. Stop, CJ. He's a Georgia Tech fan, and he's very excited.
What is that, 1-4?
Stop.
I mean, I'm serious. Is it 2-3? I'm being for real.
First road win versus AP ranked opponent since 2016. Look at Georgia Tech, boy.
Georgia Tech, man. Shout out to Georgia Tech. Shout out to Dawgs. Shout out to CJ. You needed this, man. You needed this, bro. Shout out, dude. Holla at you, bro.
Okay, here you go. Something Petrus, Iowa's quarterback, 21-31, 246 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception.
Yeah, that's a game of his life. because he's horrible too.
Oh, okay.
He's terrible.
Well, he also had 4 rushes for negative 31 yards.
Yeah. Which are probably all sacks because he sucks.
Okay. Makes sense. Anyways, that game, like I said, that's not. Anyways, so we'll move on. Nate, congratulations on the win, buddy.
2-3. So Georgia Tech's 2-3.
Oh, okay. Look,
Speaking of truth
Jeff
and
Collins,
we're going to make our rounds here. We're going to make our rounds. I'm so glad I didn't play today. So glad my team didn't play today.
This week, and the coaches that were able to rally these guys together and keep them on one mission, working one day at a time.
All right, bro. You're the interim coach, bro. I'm sure they're gonna hire somebody. I wouldn't take it too much.
Yeah, facts.
All right, here we go on to the Oklahoma TCU game, sir. I'm gonna let you start with this one. I'm gonna let you.
TCU did anything and everything that they wanted to Oklahoma's defense. It seems as though early in the season we thought maybe Oklahoma's defense was kind of better just because Brent Venables is there. But that, my friend, that is not the case. They looked horrible. They couldn't tackle, and you've said this before about what Brent Venables did in the offseason about the tackling drills. Oklahoma could not tackle a soul.
Yeah. And that's been the problem.
And you know what else I noticed? You know what else I noticed by watching this game? Every Texas Tech receiver or TCU receiver that caught the ball and was running it, any running back, I mean, even the quarterback, the Oklahoma defensive players were like 4 or 5 inches taller. They towered over them. I mean, it just shows you the talent gap, and they just suck. They suck on defense. It's just bad. It's almost worse than when Lincoln Riley was there. I mean, it's horrible. If you watch this game, you know. But I mean, they just were missing tackles left and right.
I just saw a lot of the updates on it.
Well, so TCU put up I forget the yardage, but it was 24 points in the first quarter. In the first quarter, it was like 24-3 or 24-7, something like that. I mean, they were on pace for 100 points in the game if they kept it up. They just started out the gate just killing them. So, yeah, that's all I can say. I mean, Oklahoma's defense needs some work and some recruiting classes and Brent Venables magic. That's what they need.
Okay.
And Dylan Gabriel didn't look bad. I think they took him out. He got hurt, I believe. I don't know if it was because he got hurt, but they did take him out.
It was because he got hurt, but he also, it shows he was 7 of 16 for 126 yards, no touchdowns or interceptions. And then the backup quarterback came in 7 of 16, 50 yards. The 2 running backs tried to carry the day, 18 carries for 100 and then 13 carries for 60. But, yeah, bro. That's tough, bro. Here we go. Quarterback for TCU, 23 of 33, 302 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Oh, my goodness. TCU's running backs, 13 carries for 136 yards, 8 carries for 62. And then Duggan, the quarterback, threw for 302 yards, ran for 116. He had 5 touchdowns by himself.
Yeah, I think he ran for a 60-yard touchdown too. Yeah, like I said, they did whatever they wanted to do. Whatever they wanted.
They just took the game.
I need to look this up. I forget who the new coach is there. I know I looked it up, but I mean, he's pretty promising. I forget his name, but TCU's 4-0.
Oh, okay. So they're going to try to make their statement off of that.
I think they've already had. Have they already had their bye week or something? I don't know, but they're behind the game, but they're 4-0.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wish you have.
I will. No, Mrs. Pete. Nobody's heard from Wolfpack. We would love.
Oh, yeah, no, I saw him on Pete's at the end of the game. I saw him on there.
Oh, okay.
Now, he was probably crying, but I did see him on there. I saw him there.
No, Georgia did not win, sir. I was very wrong on this. I was very wrong. Oregon State got obliterated by Utah, bro.
And I was right on this, bro. I was right.
Yeah. I was God dog.
Yeah. Of course, Oregon State last week plays Southern Cal 17-14. They lose barely. Everybody's like, yeah, well, they just challenged USC. USC ain't that good. I think both of them ain't that good. And I think
Really?
Utah is way better than both of them.
They just got ranked higher or lower and are having to work their way up.
That's what I think. I think Oregon's better than both of them, to be honest. I think Oregon's better than USC and Oregon State. Now it's the Pac-12. I don't know who will beat each other because they all play each other for the most part. So, we'll see. I think UCLA had an amazing win Friday night. I don't know if you saw any of those highlights. Dorian Thompson-Robinson looked like that dude.
For what game was this? Sorry.
It was UCLA versus Washington. It was Friday night.
I saw a little bit of it.
The game started at 9:30. I mean, I didn't even watch the whole thing, but if you do watch the highlights, I mean, that dude, he's the dude.
You could see that. Okay.
He hurdles people, and he's good.
Oregon State. This is kind of funny, y'all. This is actually very funny. Their starting quarterback, 12 of 21, 177 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The backup quarterback came in, went 2 of 7, threw 2 interceptions.
God damn. 2 of 7, 2 interceptions, 2 completions, 2 interceptions. That's a quality right there, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Utah's quarterback, he did pretty decent. 19 to 25, which is great completion percentage. Threw for 199 yards and 3 touchdowns. So for them to win 42 to 16 and you threw for less than 200 yards, that's saying something.
Yeah.
He also ran for 73 yards on 7 carries. How did they win this game 42 to 16 with the quarterback had 200 and
you already said
yards.
You already said it. 2 completions, 2 interceptions. That's why.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Field position.
Probably. You know what I mean?
Amazing field.
Yeah.
Because, bro, like the running back, 6 carries for 19, 6 for 18, 6 for 13, 1 for.
That's it.
Yeah. It
what
had
about Tavion Thomas? What Tavion Thomas had?
Let me see. 6 carries for 13 yards.
Just 6 carries? That's crazy. That's just weird, actually.
Sir UJ, facts, bro. Minnesota looked terrible. White Tonto's out, bro. He sleep. We are in a must-win game next week against North Carolina State. That's gonna be a tough one, Chase, especially after today. We'll go ahead and move on. Move on, sir.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's facts, Chase.
FSU, it was nice seeing you ranked, even if it didn't last. Hey, all right, guys. Y'all be nice, bro. We got Florida State people here.
Nah, screw that, man. They were talking all this smack. We talking all this smack, man. Screw that. Give it to them.
All right.
Yes, Wisconsin
Oklahoma
is
State.
horrible. You mean Wisconsin is terrible. Terrible.
Oklahoma State ends up beating Baylor, which I think we both chose that game. We both chose Oklahoma State to win. Oklahoma State is a strong team. I mean, I didn't expect it to be, I'd say, a 10-point or, I figured it'd be a little bit more, but either way, they pull it out. I know Baylor man was pissed. He said that apparently their coach is continuing to blow calls. Anyways, he was very, very upset. I don't blame him. I don't blame the man one bit.
Hey, East Coast. Florida has the number 1 ranked strength of schedule in the first 4 weeks of the season in the whole country. That's all I'm gonna say.
What's crazy though is Florida has played
3 top 10 teams:
Utah,
Kentucky, Tennessee, and USF, which was out of conference.
They said today that Kentucky has had one of the easiest schedules through the first 4 or 5 games.
I don't know about that.
I mean, that's what they said on TV.
That's what they say.
I was wondering, like, who's on Kentucky's schedule for the first couple of games?
No, hell no.
Okay, so we got the Oklahoma State game. We'll talk a little bit about that one. I know we want to move on to the Wake Forest Florida State game, everybody, which is right after this one.
Yeah, we're gonna let some people on here in a little bit. We're gonna post the link.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and do it, you
Okay,
can.
we're gonna post this link. Or you want to do it now?
You can post it, and then we'll bring people on when we finish the Wake Forest
All right.
Florida State game.
Bet.
Yeah, yeah, guys. So if y'all trying to click the sneaky link, it's about to get posted.
I gotta go to my. Hold up.
So here we go.
Because it ain't mine.
Sanders for Oklahoma. Oh, here, I got it. I got it. It's easy. Because I know what you're saying. I can just click.
Yeah.
But Sanders, the quarterback for Oklahoma State, 20 of 29, 181 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Didn't have the greatest game in the air, but was able to kind of pull it on the ground a little bit. 14 carries for 75 yards. So, and then of course
legit,
the running
man.
back, 24. You said what?
He's legit.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen him. Play. But of course I've heard good things. Which Oklahoma State in general heard good things about their whole team. But it's pretty nice. Of course, they have some nice receivers. One had eight receptions for 86 yards. The other one 3 for 60. Let's move on to Baylor. Baylor, what in the world? Quarterback Shapen, 28 of 40, 345 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. So
turnovers, man. Turnovers.
Yeah. And then running back, 17 carries for 85 yards, had a touchdown. And then the receiver for Baylor, 7 receptions, 174 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. God, dog. That's tough, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I watched pieces of that game. Baylor's just not the Baylor last year. I mean, they're just not. If you look back to last year, they didn't have. I think they may have one receiver over 500 yards. I mean, they just don't have weapons. They play really good fundamentals and everything, and they win a lot of games like that and defensively. But without all the weapons and without a good recruiting, I mean, Baylor's just not going to be that good. Dave Aranda's a great coach, but you got to have some of that, and the recruiting's not getting better either. So I think I think he needs to go ahead and take a job this year, to be honest with you, or else he could end up in the he could end up in the Matt Campbell category. The Purdue head coach, I forget his name. It's slipping my mind. But yeah, I mean, I think he needs to go ahead and take a job because he is that good of a coach. But if you stay at a job like that for too long and slip behind, you're just going to get left behind.
We're going to bring on True Seminole, but we're going to talk about the Alabama-Arkansas game before we let him talk. True, we're bringing you on, but we're going to talk about this Alabama-Arkansas game real quick. Y'all, Bryce Young threw right over 50%. He threw right over 50% on completion, which this is what they were talking about in the comments as far as the receivers. A lot of the drops. 7 of 13, 173 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And so, which he had a decent game. I mean, watching the game, he definitely did his thing. It looked like he kind of sputtered a little bit to begin with, but kind of got rolling. But then he ends up getting hurt. He ends up going down with a shoulder injury. Well, he didn't go down. He ended up going back in the game, threw 1 pass, and then Wentz, took the shoulder basically, grabbed it, and then went off into the injury tent. But who carried Alabama today was a transfer by the name of Jamir Gibbs.
Jamir Gibbs.
Who had 18 carries for 206 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, bro, he had 2 60-plus yard runs, I believe, and then had 20 yards receiving. So
yeah, he broke off.
Yeah, and then Milrow, of course, had 91 yards. So yeah, 300 yards rushing between 2 players, backup quarterback and your starting running back. And so, that's the difference between Bama and Texas. Texas quarterback went down in Ewers. They don't have the talent. So it's like for them, it does hurt them, And it's like now you got Alabama comes in and their quarterback, he's ready to go.
Well, to be fair, Texas wide receivers are better than Bama's. I think.
I wouldn't say as a whole, but I do think what's his name? Xavier? Is that
Xavier Worthy? I forget the dude's name that transferred from Wyoming. He's
really
good.
Dude's better.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't say better. They're probably pretty equal units, but yeah.
But I do think because experience-wise, we know dang well Alabama's receivers don't have a whole lot of choice. But yeah, Jamir Gibbs made a good choice to leave it. Yeah, facts. No, we agree. But Arkansas, KJ Jefferson didn't have that much better of a game. He played the whole game. 13 of 24, 155 yards, 1 touchdown. Only had 38 yards rushing, which that's usually his strength. Yeah. Arkansas
pretty much.
Back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go.
No, I'm just saying, pretty much the whole first half, Arkansas was shut down. They were completely shut down. I will say this about KJ Jefferson. I mean, I expected him to look better, but he's got one of the best QB sneak games in the country. I mean, when it's 3rd and 2 or 4th and goal, he'll make it happen. QB sneak. He's really good at that. But yeah, he got shut down.
He's really good in small pockets. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, just going off that, their running back had 22 carries for 101 yards, had a touchdown. But yeah, they definitely crapped the bed today. And I said it. Bama had just scored their first touchdown. Arkansas was getting going. They're moving down the field. All of a sudden, they get to a 4th and 1, and I'm like, go for it. Why are you not going for it? And they're like, oh, they're going to play it safe and punt. And I'm thinking, it's Bama. You're not going to have many chances in a game where it's 4th and 1 and it's going to matter. Like, go for it now, or wait till they're up 21 points and then go for it on 4th down. Like, that doesn't help you. So, but they played it safe. It is what it is. They end up taking the L. So, yeah.
They sure did. Thought it would be closer, but Bama played a good game today, so can't knock them.
They definitely played a much better game when Bryce went out, and not from the quarterback, but just the overall team played better. Once he went out, the team stepped up. But
yeah,
well, before we move on to the Ohio State game, we're going to welcome on Mr. Drew Seminole. Please talk to us, sir, and tell us about the game today, sir.
Yes, the Georgia game was very interesting, including very much the main game we're talking about right here, right?
Yeah. You talking about the game where the team won or the game where the team lost?
Dude, I'm not really upset about the loss, honestly. I mean, you're not upset now. I could sit here and ramble on about how we shot ourselves in the foot with so many penalties.
Ramble.
Well, what you should be saying is the D-line sucks. Safeties can't cover. I
don't know about that. Safeties, they played better than safeties played well. Keem Dent, Jamie Robinson played really well.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I mean, Wake Forest is going to throw on anybody in the country. So
yeah, I agree. So, but we did. What was more embarrassing was letting Wake Forest run.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. And this is what I told you in the Louisville game. I mean, Louisville was running it straight up the gut, and then the Red Sea opened up for FSU's defense. I mean, and that's kind of what you saw today with Wake Forest. It wasn't as big of runs, but they were running it right up the gut on you, same way Louisville did. So it's definitely a problem.
For me, I hate blaming it on injuries, and because right now we're under year 3 of Mike Norvell, it should be a next man up type of deal.
Should be, yeah.
That's just not happening. I mean, the guys underneath are not playing up to that level. I mean, missing Fabian Lovett hurts up the gut. He's one of our best players in nose tackle. So it sucks right now. But I'm not, I said, I'm not really upset about this loss.
Yeah, no, and I understand that. I mean, that's a recruiting thing. I mean, like you said, I mean, if you're 3 years in at a program like FSU, you need to expect a next man up mentality and to have the depth there. But unfortunately, you're in the position that y'all are in, that's just not the case. And same thing for my team too. I mean, so it's not a knock. It just kind of is what it is.
Yeah. But anyways, do you guys have a kicker for sale?
Well, I've kicked the soccer ball one time. I played kickball in middle school, so.
Dude, that's
Let's go.
good enough.
You know what I mean? I could probably hit a 20-yarder.
FSU's kicking situation is just it's absolutely horrible.
The new Bama. Damn.
Well, FSU has history in with bad kickers, so
Yeah, they got a history of bad kickers until now. But yeah.
yeah.
If you guys haven't hit the like button yet, please do. It takes 16 and a half seconds, maybe less.
Yeah, that's facts.
So, yeah. Go ahead, True. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. But other than that, man, they were ranked ahead of us for a reason. I mean, Dave Clawson continuity to me is a big part of college football, and I think they were the better team. So,
Well,
it sucks to see.
yeah. Well, and I'm gonna say what I told you earlier. As soon as FSU opened up the game and scored, FSU scored in 5 plays, 80 yards, 85 yards.
6 plays.
Yeah, and I'm like, damn. And then Dave Clawson just starts throwing 8-yard passes after 8-yard pass, and it keeps that defense on the field. I'm like, bro, if Dave Clawson does this all night, FSU's defense is going to get worn out.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. Now, Wake Forest didn't keep scoring technically, but you could definitely tell Florida State's defense was gassed.
They could have ran 100 plays this game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think they ran.
Can we say
this
this
in the first half? They ran 50 something plays in the first half alone.
Yeah, he was trying to run 100 plays that game.
Oh yeah.
I will say this though, Wake Forest, their run game. I mean, I know we saw it against Clemson, but their run game is way better than what. I mean, and this is the thing too, True Seminole. You went against a Wake Forest team whose head coach is in his 9th year.
That's what I meant by continuity.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like he's in his 9th year, bro, and it's like I didn't know this was his 3rd year at Florida State.
Yeah,
technically 4th year, but it really wasn't his class on the COVID year.
Yeah.
So it's really his 3rd year.
His 3rd recruiting class.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
4th year though.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well,
but yeah, I mean, you said it best. I mean, Dave, continuity is a big part of college football.
But then somebody else
would argue a good game though, man. I mean, TB's over here in his time machine. He puts the wrong oil in it. You know, it breaks down in between trips. You know,
it was the wrong year, bro. It was the wrong year. I went back to the wrong.
He went to the wrong year. Yeah. He went to 2026 instead of 2022. So
yes, dude. Well, and I'll say this about Wake Forest and Florida State. Even though he's in his 9th year, and Norvell's going into his 4th, it's like you should easily be able to out recruit Wake Forest at Florida State.
Oh yeah,
and they do.
So that's kind of that's the flip.
They do.
I don't know, BB. After
hell, I mean,
today,
who in the ACC out recruits? Or who does Wake Forest in the ACC out recruit? Maybe Virginia Tech, Duke.
Yeah, maybe Duke.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Ball State.
Virginia.
Honestly,
I do said Ball State.
Yeah.
Ball State, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we are definitely the more talented team, but it's Dave Clawson. He needs a job. Somebody needs to pick him up. He's done an amazing job.
You're talking about you're the more talented team right now over Wake Forest?
In terms of 4-star talent, yeah, we're the more talented team. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Not even
now,
close.
I will say this. They got some NFL players on that offense. They're going to be playing on Sunday. It's because
he's a hell of a developer.
He is.
He's a schemer and a developer. You know what he is? He's a Dan Mullen that chose the right job. That's what he is.
Yeah, that's what.
Except he actually gives a shit about his job. That's what he is.
He chose to do it the right way.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What's up, Will? What it do, bro?
Now, I will say this. Speaking of, guys that stepped up, Patrick Payton, I mean, on the defensive end after Jared Verse, he stepped up big time. And same thing with Tamoya Toaya, whatever his name is. I can never pronounce it. Tiafasi or something. He stepped up really well. But other than that, I'm ready for NC State this week. That's my mindset right now.
Oh, that's going to be in. Where's that game at?
It's in Raleigh, so it's at NC State.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That's going to tell you a lot about Florida State.
Oh, yeah. These next 3 games, this game and the next 2 are going to tell you a lot about Florida State.
Yeah, and I kind of feel bad for you because I don't know.
Well,
I don't know, man.
Right now, I mean, my prediction's still standing strong. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is. 9-3 is very possible.
No, 8-4 was mine. ACC.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Yeah, ACC show was 9-3.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have to take a loss to Florida at the end of the year, but that's okay.
We'll see about that.
Next game we're gonna go to, I'm gonna keep you on True. That's okay with you, unless you have a bedtime myself. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll keep you on that. We have Rutgers versus Ohio State.
Ohio State pulled off the upset.
The upset.
I
don't know if any of y'all got to see the game. I didn't get to see it.
PB.
No, I didn't get to see it.
Nah, there was no point in watching. I saw the highlights. I mean, Ohio State did what they were supposed to do. They threw all over them.
Gotcha.
Like literally all over them. So, yeah.
I heard
actually, you know what? Actually, let me take that back. Hold on. Because I looked this up. The highlights I saw, maybe that could have been what it was, but hold on. Damn it. I think C.J. Stroud had 150 yards.
Oh, yes, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1.
Yeah.
But the running back,
189
carry. Yeah, 189 yards, 5 touchdowns from the running back.
Yep.
What? Okay, that's a great performance right there.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I just wish they didn't even try to throw though. I mean, they didn't need to.
God, dogs.
But at the same time, shit, you can get a backup some throwing time in that game. I mean, geez.
I mean, he did. He got 2 of 3 for 7 yards, but
well, had 3 reps.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rutgers 10 of 19, 74 yards. Running back 15 carries for 79. I mean, it was another one of those games where you're like, quarterbacks really didn't carry the day. But that also shows that Ohio State is a more complete team than we thought. They're not just carried by their quarterback.
Yeah, and their defense gets better every week. Ohio State's starting to really show that they can dominate teams. They're getting on a roll here. They got Michigan State next, Iowa next, Penn State next. That's a pretty tough 3 stretch, but I think they probably can pull them all off.
Well, I wouldn't say Michigan State's tough. I think Michigan State's lost to.
Man, Michigan State's got the worst secondary in the Big Ten, though, so they'll throw all over that, though.
And Rutgers lost to Iowa. Iowa scored 27 points on Rutgers last week. That's the highest Iowa scored since Nate was 12.
That's sad. That's sad, man. That's sad.
I know Penn State squeaked past today. Penn State didn't really.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they did. They did. I saw them favored by 25.5, and I'm like, bro, I don't think they're going to pull that off.
Yeah, I mean, just
but
the way
after they blew
played.
out Auburn.
Yeah, but Northwestern isn't that good, and the reason I thought that is because Northwestern plays kind of like the slow ball, kind of like Iowa, but they have more of an offense. But so it's not as much high scoring. So I was like, man, I don't think they're going to beat them by that much.
Right.
Anybody get to see the Texas A&M Mississippi State game?
Yeah.
What? I'll let you go. I'll go. I'll let you go on the Ole Miss. I don't know what I'll let you go on, but I'll go ahead real quick because I think
go ahead.
I'll let you go on whatever I'm letting you go on.
Yeah, facts. Mississippi State versus Texas A&M. Another reason to watch the car salesman crap the bed. I think me and you both picked Mississippi State to win this game. We felt like they would throw all over Jimbo, and that's exactly what they did. Mississippi State continues to prove that even though they stick with nothing but the passing game, if you can't cover it, then it doesn't matter if you know it's coming. The quarterback, Will Rogers, went 31 of 45, 330 yards, 3 touchdowns. Texas A&M, 19 of 26 from their quarterback, 203 yards and a touchdown. But, I mean, they had good yards, but they couldn't put it together. They couldn't put together good drives. So, but yeah, you tell me, what did you see?
Pretty much the same thing. I mean, A&M put up 24. One of the highest games of offense that they've played all year against a Power 5 team, which is atrocious. I mean, if Jimbo doesn't make a change either halfway through the season, and I'm sorry, Mr. Duggar, I'm saying this, but Texas A&M's offense is one of the worst and most outdated offenses in the Power 5 right now. It is that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name? Max Johnson at LSU was 10 times better at LSU under Ed Orgeron than he is at A&M right now. Haynes King can't do anything under Jimbo Fisher, which he's probably a really good quarterback outside of that system, just assuming because of what we've seen. So, I mean, seriously, they've got to do something different. And if Jimbo is not, I mean, we're not going to get into the whole hot seat thing, but Jimbo's really got to do something different, or it's just going to be an 8-4 year again.
Or if not,
or worse.
Yeah.
Bama's probably going to kill him next week.
Exactly. I hate to say that because dude has talent, but it's like, bro, do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys probably don't want to talk about it, but Georgia Tech pulling off the upset against Pitt.
Oh, I love it. Did you watch this game? Tell us about it.
I did. I watched the last 4.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. Tell us. I love it.
It was a game of who was trying to lose more for the longest, and then it just was Pitt just handed it to him to score, and that's basically what happened.
For some reason, I fully believe that.
Watching the fourth quarter of it, it seems like Jeff Sims, he's not a bad quarterback.
No, he's definitely not. Jeff Sims has always had a ton of potential.
Oh yeah, he has potential. I don't know if he has any time left to reach it. You know what I mean?
No, agree. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I think after this year he's probably transferred or
depends on who. Well, actually, it depends on who they hire too.
Yeah.
Because if they do mess around and hire Dion, Dion's son is coming. Jeff Sims ain't starting.
Oh no.
So
maybe Shador's job easy.
So that's what I'm saying is I would see him trying to get out. Next game, North Carolina State versus Clemson. Is you ready? You're ready for this. Wolfpack Daddy, Devin Leary, 28 of 47, 245 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He threw the ball 47 times and gave you 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Well, hey, people thought Billy Napier wasn't ready for Power 5 either, B-Bean. But he competing. Facts. Mr. Duggar said Jimbo needs to quit using Madden 2000. Yeah, facts. Running game was terrible for North Carolina State. They have one receiver that actually did anything. Let's go to the DJ man. Whoa, DJ. 21 of 30, only 209 yards, 1 touchdown. But he also 14 carries for 73 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he ran for a little bit.
I'm going to be honest with you. A lot. I'm not even going to be hard on Devin Leary because the amount of drops, it was like watching the Miami Texas A&M game all over again. There was balls that should have got caught.
Yeah, you're not lying.
Got you. A lot of catchable balls. Got you, true.
Yeah, easy catchable balls.
Facts. Will Shipley had 14 carries for 60 yards. Last week, he had 109, I believe, 110 yards rushing, on 20 carries. And so that was my question to Pete was he going to be able to keep that up? Still gave you 60 yards, which is not bad. But luckily, DJ came in with a nice 73 piece and gave you 2 touchdowns off of it. But I didn't see the game. But Mrs. Pete, will you tell me, how was DJ throwing the ball? Now, 21 to 30 shows me his completion percentage is high. But to give you 200 yards passing.
There was no deep passes. I mean, it was kind of slant routes and
it's kind of
and
a lot of
and
hitch
stuff.
and goes. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of hitch and goes. Yeah.
Okay. Just kind of keeping the offense going passes.
But it was eating NC State up though, you know.
Now DJ had a few really bad throws. I mean, this way over the receiver's head.
That could have been intercepted.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I want to see Emery Jones play. I'm putting on Arizona State.
This is wild too. 3rd downs for both teams. North Carolina State was 5 of 14 on 3rd down, and Clemson was 6 of 14. Time of possession: 33 minutes for one team, 26 for the other. 27, but still, that's. I mean, it just sounds like a good game overall. It sounds like one of those hard-nosed football games.
It was, that's pretty much what it was.
Gotcha.
It was, it was a rivalry game. That's what it came down to.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. As far as big games left, Georgia Tech versus Pittsburgh. I would love to see the stats on this.
I can't wait to see Sea-Dog's stats on this.
I bet Sea-Dog is butt naked right now in a cold
Whoever
shower.
the interim is, he's making a video right now to hire that head coach.
He's writing a strongly worded letter.
He's writing a poem to the
Think about this for Sea-Dog today.
In cursive.
Bro, think about this to Sea-Dog, okay? You're Sea-Dog right now. You just beat Pitt, and Georgia almost lost to Missouri. He's the happiest man in the world.
I've never seen him happy though, so I feel like he'd still be mad about this. He'd be like, "See, this is why we get rid of Jeff Collins. We beat a team, and then we still better, or we fired a coach. I could see him doing that type of thing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I've never seen him happy about a game.
I think he'll be happy only because he gets to talk shit to talk his Pitt. That's probably
right. Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
That's probably the only thing he cares about right now.
That is
All
true.
right, so I'll say this, guys. I'll shut up. I'll take back what I said about Jeff Sims. He was 11 of 26 tonight for 102 yards.
Yeah.
God, dog, my boy, what were you throwing at? Well,
hey, look.
Yeah.
Jeff Sims has a ton of potential, but there ain't a ball that he won't throw though either. He'll throw any damn thing.
Oh, I bet Sea-Dog streak down the street.
Brent
Key is his name. Coach Key. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Coach K. I like it.
He was the offensive line coach, yeah.
Mr. Pete, you better stop that. You're going to have people in this comment section trying to find out where you live.
Hey,
all right, here we go. Hall, the running back for Georgia Tech, 20 carries, 157 yards rushing. God, so he ran all over Pitt's good rush defense that I thought they had a good rush defense. They do not. Because remember, everybody was mad at West Virginia for not running the ball more in that game as well. Anyways, Jeff Sims had 19 carries for 81 yards and a touchdown. And that's about it.
Can I just say the hardest division in college football to figure out is the fucking Coastal.
Other than the Pac-12, yes.
I'm just saying, whoever, I don't think you could. It'd be the last division I put a bet on for any team to win it.
Well, yeah, because I mean, Miami will turn around next week and beat the hell out of North Carolina, and then wait for us to get blown out by Boston College or whatever, and then you guys will blow out Clemson or something crazy. I mean, it's a roller coaster, man.
Yeah, the Coastal is insane.
That's how the ACC's been though for years though now, really.
Well, not the Atlantic. The Atlantic's been pretty stable, but
yeah.
The Coastal is just a shit show.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Florida man would like to hear this, True Seminole, so we're going to let Fishin know this. Emery Jones is 9 of 11, 117 yards and 1 touchdown against USC right now.
I've been following Emery Jones. I've been following what he's been doing.
Yeah.
And I said this in the offseason too. He'd probably go to a school like Arizona State and probably do pretty decent. And that's what he is. I mean, he's decent. He's not amazing, but he's decent.
Yeah. Hope you're using your hands to do that, True Seminole.
I am.
Bro.
Oh,
Jesus
man.
Christ, bro.
But yeah,
That's not that big.
just looking at that, Emery Jones doing his thing. Caleb Williams, 15 of 23, 217 yards, 2 touchdowns, but they're only up 21-17. So that's kind of a really 21-17 at halftime. USC is still struggling. I expect USC to go down. I think both Georgia and USC will drop. I think I don't know. I may be wrong, but I feel like USC will drop as well. They've had 2 straight struggle bus games against unranked teams, and I know this game is not over. Arizona State could come in and win, but if we remember correctly, guys, Arizona State's coach was fired last weekend.
Yes.
Yep.
Edwards.
And that's why I didn't want to touch that game. But like we talk about Nebraska, like we talk about Georgia Tech, maybe sometimes it's addition by subtraction. Teams sometimes play better without their head coach, the toxicness in the locker room. I mean, it just is what it is. Because it's a breath of fresh air. They know that there's nothing for them to lose other than themselves. So if they play good, all that does is help their film and blah, blah, blah. So they just have a new sense to play better. Usually.
I picked B Bean says I picked Arizona State plus the 25.5 points over. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
Not a bad pick.
Money, bro. You got your money.
It was because of Emery Jones, wasn't it? That's why you bet that, right?
Those are the key matchup games right now. You got Oregon playing Stanford. It's 10-0 right now. Oh, it's actually 10-3.
Yeah.
That's not really much going on right now. 6 of 11 for 45 yards for Stanford passing. Bo Nix 5 of 12, 73 yards and a touchdown. What do you see?
Bo Nix is bipolar.
Okay.
His play style is bipolar. I mean, he'll throw 5 touchdowns or run for 3 and throw 2 in 1 week, and then the other week he'll go 5 for 12 in the first half. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah, he's definitely a weekly guy.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what you're going to get from him. Oregon does have 8 penalties for 70 yards, though. And there's still 6 minutes left in the first half. That's pretty bad.
You about to have 100 yards and penalties, bro.
I'm saying, I mean, yeah, they're definitely going to get there.
Florida State had that, so.
Yeah, but that was through the whole game.
Yeah.
This is a quarter and a half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I'm going to pull this up real quick. That's tough, bro. Well, I do think that's not – I don't know. I do think that's not terrible. What we can do now is, since we've gone through the games this week, I know we said we'd try to do a short one tonight. Do y'all mind? And you all can sound true if you want. Are you cool fishing? We're going over a few of the games for next week.
Yeah, I am. That's kind of originally what we wanted to do. Of course, we've realized it takes a lot longer than an hour or so. So it is late, but I mean, why not? We can at least talk about them and maybe do a final overview later. Yeah, we can do like a quick talk over. Yeah.
Do you want to go through only the top 25 teams, or you want to go over like?
No, we'll just brisk. We'll take a brisk walk through the games.
Yeah, because if we don't end up going over Florida State, I still, when we do our next one, I'm sure we'll cover. We'll actually go through. But all right, here we go. First one to talk about: Florida State versus North Carolina State next week. Just do a brisk one. How about this? We won't make picks right now, but we'll talk about the ups and downs.
Yeah.
What you got?
I'm gonna let
Not who you
True.
got, but what? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna let True go because I want to hear because I'm kind of conflicted.
Fuck the wolf. No, I'm kidding.
Bro, this is PG, man.
Oh yeah, my fault. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk. I'm just playing.
Honestly, I had FSU losing this in the offseason. I still have us losing it now. You're in Raleigh, Florida State.
Traveling?
Yeah, exactly. I would like to see cleaner play, and hopefully you get a lot of guys back this week. So, I mean, that's all I would like to see is cleaner play, less penalties, and find a kicker. I don't care who it is. Just find somebody off the street. I don't care.
Do Oklahoma did. Do a walking trout.
Yeah, so did Mississippi State and Ole Miss. They both did it too. They got them at a frat house.
Oh, did y'all talk about the Ole Miss Kentucky game?
Yeah, at the very beginning. Yeah.
Dang.
This is kind of interesting. It's. I mean, it's tough to call because like NC State has a really good D line and a good O line. So if Florida State can like throw the ball in this game really well, I think they got an advantage. But I don't think Florida State's going to be able to run the ball, and I don't think. I want to say I don't think NC State can throw the ball, but I don't know. I mean, I think NC State will probably have their way doing whichever they want to do. It's just going to be if Florida State can outscore them, kind of like today with Wake Forest, except, of course, NC State doesn't have that high power of an offense. So
Agreed.
It's going to be interesting.
I don't think they're going to have a problem throwing the ball as much as they're going to have a problem catching it.
That's true. That's true. But you also remember it's week to week type of thing. I mean, they didn't have these problems before.
Yeah.
This week.
That's right.
I think the strength of Florida State right now is the balance of their running backs. They've got different style running backs. They've got a speedy one. They've got a medium size that can, he's a little shifty. And then they have a thick running back. And to have Jordan Travis, who's also a running quarterback, I'm wondering, because Jordan Travis is quicker than DJ. We can say that. And if DJ just put up 73 yards rushing on you, Jordan Travis, not saying he's going to run it out of a run play, but if he scrambles, he's going to get more. I feel like he's going to get more yards than DJ. So I feel like he would make you pay, but I'll need to go back and watch that game to see if just DJ was very inaccurate as far as throwing the ball downfield, because I think Jordan Travis is a good passer. I'm not going to say he's better than DJ. We'll have to have a few more games in, but I think you're still going against a good quarterback.
Agreed.
Okay, I'm Googling what Traveling said. I mean, this is crazy.
What is it?
Gotcha. Yeah, I want to look it up.
Indonesian soccer match.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 127 people.
Stampede, they call it. Not even a riot. They call it a stampede. I might have to look into that later.
If you've seen the videos, it was a brawl.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm going to look into that. That's freaking crazy.
But that's all I was saying, though, is just North Carolina State has a good quarterback. Did Clemson go from last week against Wake Forest, realizing, okay, we've got to do something different? And they did. Because it seems like North Carolina State went into this game thinking we can expose their defense, we can expose this the same way Wake Forest did, and Clemson being a good team, they changed the scheme. Yeah, hey, we're not going to let you beat us with that twice. Let a team, so I could see them, kind of saying, all right, look, you're not going to beat us over the top. I don't think Florida State is going to try to beat them over the top. That's the thing. So,
well, I mean, I want to say that too, but that's kind of Florida State's identity is throwing over the middle. That's what they do really well.
Yes. But I don't think I don't think anything 25 plus is Florida State's strength. They're good in that medium.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
But yeah,
that's going to be a really good one, though, man. That's. Whew. And we're getting into conference play. This is where it really gets interesting. I mean, this is where these kind of games start to add up.
Oh, here you go. Tejas versus Oklahoma.
Oh,
Who choosing? I mean, no, I know. We'll talk about that later. I'm going to go ahead and say Oklahoma's a lot weaker than anybody expected. And to do it multiple weeks in a row, it's tough. But I feel like Texas has got a
I know we're
stronger
not
team.
picking.
Right now. I know. It's tough because I want to say, but
No, I'm gonna say it,
yeah, I
bro.
just think
I'm just gonna go ahead and say
go
it.
for it. Say it.
If Quinn Ewers is back, you already know. But even if he's not, I'm going Texas. Oklahoma ain't showed me nothing. Oklahoma ain't showed me nothing.
D4 for the win, son.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Give me Texas. But
Right.
yeah, I'm not gonna pick any other games. I'm gonna just do that one since it's just
Okay.
it's just so obvious to me. But yeah.
Tennessee
Any
versus
thoughts on
LA.
that,
Wait,
True?
True, did you want to say anything? True.
No, I ain't got nothing to say about that little 12 shit.
All right. Tennessee versus LSU. LSU playing stronger and stronger every week. Ends up winning the Auburn game, the game against Auburn off of a walk-off. Awesome to see for LSU, but you also got Tennessee who they don't care about your feelings. They don't care about your momentum. They're going to score. They're going to try to run 100 plays a game.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna be a good one too, man. Basically, if Tennessee wins this game, all they have to worry about is Bama and Georgia and Kentucky, right? And Kentucky. So, basically, if Tennessee wins this game, I mean, they're looking down the barrel if they play their cards right of a 10-2 season, potentially. Of course, it could potentially be 9-3, or it could be 10-1 or 11-1 or whatever. So it's kind of the cards are in their hands. They control their destiny if they win this game, especially in the SEC East. So, yeah.
That's a very good point, dude. Especially how Georgia played today. Like Tennessee, they're probably foaming at the mouth to be able to play Georgia how we played today.
Dude,
But my hope is that our staff. What, True?
I said absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I feel like with the staff that we have, things are going to change. I would hope they change. These guys have proven that they're that tight. So we'll see.
I want to say this real quick. I do agree with you. Tennessee's probably sitting here foaming at the mouth thinking, oh, shit, well, we'll put up 35-40 on them. But Tennessee's going to get a rude awakening when they try to do that and it doesn't work and their defense doesn't back them up. There's going to be a time this season where Tennessee gets stuck in a bad spot and they're going to lose. They're going to lose a game or two because of it. Because
that's a good point.
You can't score on every team. I mean, you're not unstoppable. I mean, that's just a fact. They are very, very, very good, but it's going to happen this year.
That's a very good point.
And it could be this weekend.
And what's your defense going to do? I agree. Okay, we already went through those. Arkansas versus Mississippi State. That's a tough one. Bama destroyed the secondary. Bama destroyed the secondary of Arkansas today. I know they also had some good running games, but it's because I felt like they spread out Mississippi State or Arkansas's defense. But I may be wrong. I don't know. But I have a feeling that Mississippi State, especially after this past win or this weekend's win, they're looking to come in and put work in, dude. Bro, traveling, that's wild. But yeah, what you think, buddy? Arkansas, Mississippi State? Any talk? Anything?
Arkansas, Mississippi State. I mean, dude, just pick. Is this a pick 'em?
It might as well be.
It might as well be a pick 'em. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah. Going through. We'll go to the next one then. Let's see if this it's Utah versus UCLA. UCLA just beat number 15 in the nation, Washington, 40-32. Now they're about to turn around and play Utah, and it's at UCLA. It's at home. So, what do you guys think?
Dude, give me the Bruins.
You're such a hater.
Just,
Nah.
nah.
It's going to be a good team. This could be the best two teams in the Pac-12, honestly.
I think this will be one of the best games of the week.
I do too.
Right.
Is this on a Friday or Thursday, or is this on Saturday?
It's on Saturday.
Okay.
You just had Utah destroy Oregon State. You had UCLA beat Washington. Like, both teams are proving themselves. They're trying to carry momentum, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's tough. Yeah, I think it's tough.
It is tough. Yeah, we're not doing picks here. I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
we'll do another show, guys, and we'll do picks. But
Yeah.
it's tough right now not to do the picks. I think that's kind of the tough
No,
part.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean-
touching half these games with a 10-foot pole, dude.
I think if anything, Utah's advantage is UCLA's defense. Just thinking off the top of my head,
got you.
obviously Utah has those
Yeah.
tight ends, those NFL tight ends that are going to, be matchup problems. So, yeah, that's a tough one to pick. But I think I don't know. Just on paper, ever since Utah lost to Florida, Utah has been covering the spread. I mean, they've been wanting to blow teams out and beat them badly, and I think they've been doing it pretty successfully too. So, I think that's their goal for the entire year right now, is to just pretty much put as much points on the board against any team that they have and can now, because they want to be in the Pac-12 championship and they want to make the playoff. And if they take another loss, they can't do it.
That loss to Florida pushed them back.
Mm-hmm.
You coming on? You good, bro?
Yeah, sorry. Let me mute.
Oh, well, I was going to ask you a question, bro.
You're so considerate.
I was going to say, what game was it you were talking about earlier? You said, can we talk about unranked teams?
Me? No, I was saying, because y'all wanted to fly through it, so I was like, are we just going to talk about the top 25 then?
Got you. Okay, I didn't know if you had a
Yeah,
specific game.
Yeah.
But this will be the last one we talk about with this. This seems to be the last big one on the board. Texas A&M versus Alabama. I think we kind of expect where that one's going to go, but there's been a lot of talk in this offseason, if you guys didn't know, between the car salesman and the guy that has a lot of cars. So all I'm saying is and y'all get what I'm saying. The Auburn Alabama game, that's no longer a rivalry. So my point is, Texas A&M beat Bama last year. Well, what was Texas A&M's record last year? 8-4. So it's like, regardless of what we want to say, last year, I'm sure people were saying the same thing about Texas A&M. But they're not good. They're not good, bro. They're this, they're that. Oh, Bama's going to kill them. I thought Bama was going to kill them, and I thought Ole Miss was going to beat Bama. So I'm one of those people. So it's like, as much as I want to say Bama's going to blow out Texas A&M, it's like, hey, Tiger, shut up. Like,
Yeah.
go there just.
Is Bryce Young okay?
From what I've heard, he's already being assumed that he's going to play Saturday, and I'm not buying that. I mean, I've got to see like a Wednesday report. I mean, I'm not buying that shit already. I'm not buying that.
And the way
hopefully he
Saban
can.
bro,
Yeah.
the way Saban is, he'll put him on the depth chart as a starter and then go,
Oh, hell yeah.
We decided. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be, we decided not to play him. Like,
Now, realistically, Alabama should be able to beat A&M without Bryce Young, honestly.
Agreed.
That being said, like TB said about last year, I think I don't know. I think with all the stuff said in the offseason, I mean, there's some animosity here. I think both of them want to beat each other, but I think A&M doesn't have the offense to even try to compete with it. They have the defense, but
Agreed.
And then Alabama has offensive line problems. I mean, it's an interesting matchup. I mean, I can see why people are kind of indifferent about it, but just in my mind, I feel like Bama's just going to destroy them, though.
And I want to bring this to everybody's attention. Last year, Jamison Williams and the other wide receiver were at Bama.
Mechie? You talking about Mechie?
Yeah.
I want to say, was it him? I thought it was another one.
No, it's Mechie. Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, you had Mechie and Williams,
Jamison,
who played against Texas A&M. and they still lost. Bama's wide receivers this year not that good. They're going against the Texas A&M
They're
team.
young. They're very young. Mm-hmm.
And it's like you have Bryce Young, but if you do not have Bryce Young, what would be the reason you would not play Bryce Young? It's because you play Tennessee the week after. You need him to be healthy for
Now,
Tennessee. Yes,
that's
you
a
do.
good point. That is a good point because A&M is a divisional game. Tennessee is not.
True.
So how do you want to play this? I mean, it depends how Bryce Young's. It depends. This is a very interesting point. Now, if we can, let's use the transitive property. Even though the transitive property, we already know all about this. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything. Usually, 80% of the time, it doesn't mean anything. But A&M plays Arkansas. Arkansas loses by 2 to A&M.
Yeah.
Bama plays Arkansas. Bama blows them out and should have blown them out by more. So,
yeah,
I don't know. I think this one's at Bama, if I'm correct. I think this game.
No,
was
last
at
year.
Bama.
Well, yeah, you're
Yes.
right. Yes.
Yeah, because it was at A&M last year, so it's at
Yeah.
Bama this year too. So that's even more in their favor. So, yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll do our previews and stuff. But this is a very interesting matchup, especially because of what you said about that Tennessee game right after. Very good point.
Because can I say this? If you play Bryce Young and he is a little sore or he is a little hurt, he's definitely going to be sore going into the next week. So it's like you
Oh yeah,
said,
because if he gets sacked one time, it's going to come right back.
And yes, or if he's throwing the ball 20 times and his arm, is bothering him, is he going to be ready for Tennessee? Or like you said, this is a divisional game. We'd rather him sit out against Tennessee. There is a lot that goes into this, but I do think that Bama, because of all that talk, that rat poison that Saban likes to say, I think they're focused on Texas A&M and Texas A&M only. So if Bryce can play, I think he'll play.
You know what is a good thing too, though? It is a good thing for Bama, even if they lose to A&M and then win out after, they probably would get the benefit of the doubt because A&M lost to App State. Even if App State even if A&M wins out, they probably, even though it's head to head. I mean, that's another interesting one too. I mean, who gets the nod? They win the head to head, but they lose that a non-Power 5 team, Sun Belt team. So I don't know.
That's crazy. No, that's a very good.
And Pete, look, I'll bring this up too. Pete said this earlier. There is not one team in America that has not shown weak points in some way, shape, or form. There's not one team in America that has not. And that is very interesting to me. And that's going to make this playoff this year different, in my opinion. I really do believe that.
Well, and I know you're a Florida man, but I would say this even if you weren't on here. The Florida-Georgia game last year, Georgia, we struggled on offense, but the defense was so strong that it just took over. And it was like, dang, there's nothing you can do. They put us back in the game. The offense is fine. We're good. We win. We don't have that back here. We have talent. We've got to get guys more reps. We got to get them experience. The offense seems to be amazing some days. And then some days it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, why we look terrible. So, same thing for Ohio State. We just talked about CJ Stroud. He had 150 passing. When's the last time he had 150 passing yards in a game? Like, bro.
Not even the Notre Dame game was that low.
Yes, Bryce Young. Those 2 picks against Monroe. Those another one today. Like you said, a lot of these top tier teams. And that, I think, opens the door for the 3 or number 4 to number 8 and 9 teams to really have a chance. Whoever gets in that playoff really has a chance to make something happen.
Now, I want to read this comment and then just give an example. So JC says, after seeing the way Georgia played the last 2 weeks, I'm scared about Tennessee, Kentucky, and Mississippi State. And that's a good point. And so should Alabama be. About Tennessee. They play Kentucky. I think they do play Kentucky and Mississippi State. So, I mean, what if both of these teams lose 1 to 2 games in the SEC games? I mean, it's unlikely probably, but still. I mean, it could definitely happen in a season like this.
Bama does play Tennessee and Mississippi State. We play Tennessee and Mississippi State, of course, but I agree. I like what you're saying. You're going to be able to see Georgia and Bama play the same teams and see what the strengths and weaknesses are. Because it's different if it's just one team. If me and True Seminole play against Fishing, however that happens, I can't look at True Seminole and goes, oh, okay, well, since I did this to Fishing, I can do it to you. But if me and True Seminole play the same three teams, then it's like, dang, bro, like you can start seeing a little more average, a little more.
You know what, man? We're gonna have to do whenever the playoff poll comes out. We're gonna have to do a whole, maybe even if it's weekly. I don't know, but we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do a whole episode on that because there's so many things like scenarios that we could talk about, even if it's all conspiracy and shit. But I mean, we could talk about a lot of stuff.
Daniel's
like I said about the SEC losing 2 games, Utah going undefeated after losing to Florida, and then they win the all this kind of stuff.
See what you're saying? Yeah, scenario.
I do have an interesting unranked team that y'all have not covered.
Don't say Kansas.
Miami, North Carolina.
I'm out.
You stupid, bro.
I had to go get my mid spray, so
I had to get
my middle way.
It smells like mid up in here.
Miami, I want for Miami to be good. I want their program to be good, so I want them to beat North Carolina. But it does seem like North Carolina's offense is going to be too strong. Even though the defense is trash, we've seen Van Dyke struggle against not so great defenses. So I don't know. I think it should be a decent game in the first half, but if North Carolina's rolling on all cylinders, then I could see them putting it away.
There's a lot of talking points because North Carolina, I mean, Drake May is really, really good, but he's not perfect. So he could have problems at the same time. CJ said, be aware of Ole Miss. Ole Miss is what, 5-0? Yeah, be aware of Ole Miss. Ole Miss is a sleeper. I mean, they are.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. I mean, this is just going to have to play itself out. This is going to be one of those weird years, man. It just is.
Daniel, I'm going to read your first comment before I read that second one, but Bama wins, Texas A&M. Bama beats Texas A&M. Saban will get backup quarterback ready. I could see that. I could see, Saban already saying, like, look, we're going to get this guy ready. We need him to be able to play against, even if Bryce Young is like day to day, he's going to make sure dude's ready just in case.
I mean, it's what he did with Mac Jones, right?
Yeah, he did. But he also gave Mac Jones and like his backups a lot more reps than he's given Milroe. He has not given Milroe the reps that he's given, which they also haven't beaten people by that much of that amount for him to be able to come in and get reps.
Yeah.
But I say that. I mean, they beat Vanderbilt by a lot. He should have got reps in that. But hold on. I'll say this. UGA has better talent than Florida, Tennessee, and Kentucky.
Oh, I got something to say about that, too.
Freshmen playing. They're just going to get better. And Daniel, of course I saw that, but I'm not using that as an excuse right now. I don't want to. We have a freshman cornerback that's starting, a true freshman, and we have a freshman safety. Well, the freshman cornerback got picked on tonight. He himself.
No, sir, X-Wing. I never did.
Bryce Young did have an interception today.
Well, it was tipped. It was a tip.
No, it was more overthrown.
I saw the interception. It was a tip. It was still an interception, but still.
I know, but it wasn't like a tip up. It wasn't like tipped up and somebody caught it. It was literally led in front.
Same thing with
it was led in front. Dude one-handed it in. Oh yeah, but I don't know. That's still debate. That debate is still out, sir. That's what I'm saying.
Now I just want to answer Daniel real quick. Talking about these freshman people playing. I mean, really, what he's talking about is a few pieces on the secondary and the wide receivers. Am I correct in that? That's pretty much the young players, right?
The ones that got targeted. Yes,
now, the secondaries, I can, I'm not going to say much about that, but the receivers, I don't really want to hear any excuses from any Georgia fan about that because of the decisions that Kirby's made at quarterback. I mean, it's a fact that wide receivers do not want to go to Georgia. Top-ranked elite wide receivers don't go to Georgia. It's a fact.
Agreed.
So, I mean.
Yeah, and I'll say this, though, Daniel. I don't think the receivers are that big of a problem because Stetson was 5 of 14. Like at one point, Stetson was 5 of 14.
Yeah, that's true
so
too.
like, for me, it's like I don't think it's as much of the receiver as like the quarterback's got to get it there. And I know you saw the game today, Daniel. He had so many overthrows. What you about to say, Fish?
No, I was just saying that's the whole point. I mean, they have to pick the quarterback correctly, and then if they pick the quarterback correctly, the receivers will come.
Agreed. Well, and they'll also get the ball thrown to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
But I do believe the whole deal. Yeah, and I get that, Daniel. The defense does have a lot of young guys, but I don't want to use that as an excuse because I want them to get better as as the season goes. So that's why today's game. That's why last week it was like, I'm just going to shut up and let it go. Yeah. He agrees. Daniel agrees with you. Yeah. So.
Okay. I mean, I was just making it clear because, it just kind of is what it is. Unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, because like I said, our cornerback, he had 3 pass interference calls on him. Like, and then the safety, the other freshman, he had another one. And I'm like, dude, like, we had 5 total pass interference calls on our secondary today. Excuse me. He was 10 of 24 in the first
24-44.
Yeah.
24-44.
I get it, Daniel. I mean, I know you saw in the game, Dumas Johnson, the linebacker, was over there ripping. Malachi Starks. No, it's Kamari Lassiter, the cornerback. He was just ripping. I mean, just like pointing his finger at him, bro, all in his face because he gave up 2 straight pass interferences, which then gave up the touchdown. The only touchdown of the game to Missouri. So I get it. First round pick versus an insurance salesman. I mean, I don't know, X-Wing. Right now, Bryce is looking like 3rd round pick, maybe at the highest. I would say.
Tried him like that, man. I posted the link. I don't know how much longer we're going to go. Probably not too much, but if anybody just wants to.
If you want to come in and say hey, or if you want to come in and try to sell us insurance, X-Wing, we'll be on here.
Yeah, Florida State lost tonight. You assholes are being a little too light on me.
Hey, I mean,
bro, nobody cares.
I called it. I told you it was going to be 4-1.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares about Florida State, bro. Y'all could win or lose, and it's like,
uh-oh. Oregon and Stanford are fighting.
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Please fight.
They're breaking it up right now.
All right, I'm gonna bring on Daniel.
There it is.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, they just broke it up.
What's
up, dude?
What's up, man?
I'm gonna give you. Well, it's not a real timer, but you got a few minutes. I want you to say everything you have to say, big dog.
No, I mean I agree with Fishing. That you're not gonna see a wide receiver or even a 4 or 5 star wide receiver or quarterback go to Georgia. Just because the way Kirby plays football, I mean, you're gonna see a lot of defense and tight ends or running backs go to Georgia. I mean, because Kirby uses it. That's how he plays football. Mm-hmm. I just think right now Georgia's trying to figure it out right now. There's a lot of inexperience and a lot of miscommunications with a lot of freshmen, and it's not going to be like we had last year. I mean, that's with any team. That's just not with Georgia. That's just like with any team. Even with Florida right now, they have talent. It's just the communication just is very young.
Agreed. Whether it's young or it's inexperienced, I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
and I will say this though, Daniel. What is crazy? Georgia has a 4-star backup in Beck, and then 2 5-stars behind him. So getting the quarterback part is not the problem. It's what Fishin said. It's playing.
Yeah, and that's why you'll see a lot of them leave. Like Justin Field did the same thing. I mean, when you go back,
Jacob Eason. Jacob
Eason was the same thing. He got hurt, and Jake Fromm came in, and yes, Jake Fromm was good, and he wasn't Eason, that's for sure.
He was Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, and Bennett was the same thing with JT Daniels and stuff like that. So it's like, a lot of players see that, man, and fans see it too, But hey, Kirby Smart, he's getting away with it. I'm not saying.
I want to say this real quick. Y'all need to watch y'all's mouth talking about Staquavius like that.
Staquavius.
Well.
But if you look at what Kirby does too, he also when somebody gets hurt, and you never see them again. JT, you never see him again.
Kirby does make it a point. Agreed.
You know?
He waits a long time to bring him back, bro.
All
And I
y'all are
mean,
making fun of Alabama for struggling with Texas. Well,
but I feel like that's what
well.
Georgia's at right
That's all I
now.
gotta
You know,
say.
Georgia is like Alabama
Hit
last.
us with it, X-Wing. Go ahead.
Just saying. I'm
No,
just
no,
Hey,
no.
saying.
Hold on.
man,
Before
just
X-Wing
saying.
goes, hold on.
2 struggle wins.
I heard all off season. Hold on, I heard all off season that this was going to be Bama's year. That
I
Bama
did
was
too.
coming this.
And I
Yeah,
thought
they
This was gonna
definitely
be the strongest
didn't
shit.
look like I thought they
Jesus
would.
Christ and Hercules were playing on Bama's team this year.
These
Georgia,
past
everybody's
2
like,
games
"Well,
we
they ain't."
playing good. That's all I'm saying.
I know, but
Texas,
you know what I heard about Georgia,
yeah.
and this is what is happening with Georgia. I heard, well, ain't nobody ever went 2 seasons undefeated, 2 regular seasons undefeated. That ain't never happened. That's the hardest thing in football. Y'all lost that whole defense. Ain't no way you're gonna be good. And then we struggle, and they go, you struggled. Mother, y'all told us we would struggle. Like, what you mean?
Yeah, see, I mean,
since we talking about
figured
things
y'all
we've
was
heard,
gonna
all I heard off season was Florida's going to get dog stomped by Utah. Utah so much better than Florida. Do. So since we're talking about stuff in the off season, there's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
I mean, if you have Utah,
shut
Utah
up,
and Florida,
Daniel.
playing,
Don't even start. Stop it.
Florida and Utah playing 5 times, it's probably gonna go. I mean, 6 times, it's probably gonna go half and half. You know, I mean, let's be honest.
It didn't go half and half though. It went one way.
It didn't. It didn't. I mean, Florida won that game, but hey.
Anyway, I wasn't trying to stir
DeVito.
that up. I was wanting to see what X-Wing had to say.
Yeah, and I
will say something about the
X-Wing.
Georgia Missouri game.
Yeah, let him go.
I'll say something about it. I had no doubt that Georgia wasn't going to win that game. Like, you could just see it coming from a mile away. Like, I don't know.
I did too.
I don't know.
Dude, I
about
did too.
You, TB, but I saw it coming from a mile away that they were going to win no matter what.
It was just one of those. It was just like you knew the way, especially when the third quarter hit and we started playing better, and then the fourth quarter they started rolling. I was like, y'all get on my freaking nerves, bro. That's the first thing I thought was
they're
like,
just
Georgia,
hanging
like,
around. That's all they were doing, just hanging around.
I completely agree. I seen it coming for. That's why I had to call TB and get my jabs in while I could.
Yeah, he did, bro. I was like, he said, "How you doing?"
Bro, y'all look like shit.
I was like,
I think the biggest threat for Georgia is Mississippi State. I think if they were played against Mississippi State like they played Missouri, they would have lost.
I think it's Florida.
Well, because Mississippi State throws the ball 55 times. And you've seen our secondary, but y'all seen our secondary is very inexperienced. The luck that we have on our side, we got 2 games before we play Mississippi State. So we got a little bit of time to get them more experience, but I don't know if that's going to be enough time, bro. Mississippi State, I mean, you've seen it. Missouri tore our secondary up today. So that's all I'm saying. And
the thing about Mississippi State is they played terrible against LSU, and LSU barely beat Auburn today.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's going
Go
on.
Tigers.
That one game against LSU, they played like crap. I don't know, but everything else I've seen from Mississippi State is pretty good.
Yeah, it seems like today was kind of their coming out game. Like they haven't really been themselves until today. They kind of emerged as what they were supposed to be today.
Well, I never thought Texas A&M was very good. Like the offense is terrible.
No, they're terrible. Their defense is top 3 in the SEC though.
Did Mississippi State score 40 on their defense? Didn't they?
Well, I'll say their D line. Their D line and their linebackers is top 3 in the SEC.
Yeah, the secondary is definitely not there, but that they do have.
But I'll tell you what, during the Arkansas game, my butthole was a little tight in the third quarter. Just saying.
They were starting to push, and y'all were screwing up. So
they didn't.
Arkansas didn't play terrible.
I think that just because Bryce Young went down and we couldn't throw the ball down the field when Bryce went down, we couldn't. Like Milroe can't throw it. I don't think he can throw it. Like
he just needs time. He just needs time. But you know what I said? As soon as he came out on the field, man, you know what I said? He looks just like AR-15. He's built the exact same way.
He's a huge guy.
He's built the exact same way. He's quick, he's tall, he's big, and he's built. He's built the exact same way.
Who is Jefferson?
When they
Jalen Milroe.
Replay or something?
Miller.
Milroe.
Miller. Oh yeah. I mean,
the back for Bama. Yeah.
All I gotta say is
Jamir
Gibbs. I don't know. I think Arkansas's defense is terrible.
AR can't throw for shit.
Well,
come on now. Let's be real. Let's be honest.
Well, 450
all
yards
that
versus
hype.
Tennessee, and then 100 yards in another game. I mean, you can't say he can't throw, and you can't say he's amazing. I mean, he's in between right now.
Who you pick, AR or Stetson Bennett?
I mean, I want AR just in the long run. I'll give me AR.
You're gonna be losing a lot of games if you had an
Yeah, what did Stetson do today?
Hey, you know what? He won.
Looked like dog shit.
He won that game when he needed to. See,
he didn't win that game.
Listen,
it wasn't
only
him.
good teams like Bama and Georgia can do stuff like that. They can
Because
pull
they're
a win
surrounded
out
by
of that.
talent.
Come back against Missouri, really?
Yeah. They're surrounded by talent. It wasn't Stetson that won that game, man.
Here's the thing about Arkansas. Okay, their defense is just the worst defense. So I don't really know what a performance was today, if it's impressive, because we haven't really faced like a really elite defense. I mean, Texas was probably the best defense we faced, and we didn't do very good against them. Like, what's going to happen next week when we face Texas A&M?
I know, man, but Arkansas's defense isn't really bad, but y'all made them look bad. You know what I mean?
They're pretty bad. Like,
y'all made them look terrible, but they're not terrible, right?
And passing, we were able to run the ball surprisingly well against them. But passing, that was the weakness that they have, and we really didn't do. We had like 200 passing yards, mainly because Bryce Young went down, but we were able to run the ball really good, and hopefully Jamir Gibbs can have another good day next week, because that was his coming out party. I think
that game would have been a lot if Arkansas had better wide receivers out there. They only had one game. They only had one way to run that offense. Is that run the ball, short passes. Other than that, they throw the ball down the field.
They were catching. Their wide receivers were catching the ball. I mean, our DBs are really good. Kool-Aid, McKinstry, and Arnold. Our corners are really good. They're really good.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid had a great game returning.
Yeah, him and Arnold.
That man
did.
I know that NIL deal was worth it.
Jacoby Prentice is good. This is the first time I've actually saw him play. He looked pretty decent.
And we got JoJo Earl back. And
I've been wanting to see some more from JoJo Earl too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, Kentucky shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, we talked about that. They missed the 2-point conversion, and then they missed the field goal after they scored the second touchdown. They pretty much killed it themselves.
Listen to this. Kentucky missed last year, 2 years ago at Ole Miss. They missed the PAT to win the game or to tie the game. They lost. Then they missed the first field goal of the game, and then they missed the first PAT of the game. 3 straight field goals. You know, it was. Yeah, Kentucky.
I remember that. It was 42-41. I remember that game against Ole Miss.
Yep.
Missouri.
But I'll say this, guys,
hitting everything, man.
Oh, bro, he big. That man got a boot. He's made the most in college football so far.
Did you see him walking off the field?
Yeah, when he was doing his work.
That was so funny.
Oh yeah,
he looked like TV out there.
That still got me pissed off and made me break my TV.
Look at that TV out there.
He's had 9 field goals of 50 yards and more.
Whoa,
2 field goals of 56.
Hold on now. What are y'all talking about?
Trying to get this.
There's such thing as a kicker? What's that?
Yes. Look, guys, I'm gonna say this though, and then we can shut down the stream. I want to tell you about Arkansas. They gave up 24 to Cincinnati, 30 to South Carolina, and 27 to Missouri, and then 23 to Texas A&M. So for them to give up 49 to Bama, I don't think is, like you were saying, X-Wing, I don't think Arkansas's defense is good, but I don't think they're terrible. I just think that you guys were able to find weaknesses and exploit it. But I see what you're saying is, what's it going to look like when you play a defense where it's a little harder to kind of just exploit or attack a certain.
And look,
because I mean, think about it.
Look at Texas A&M. Like,
but they also
how many points? How many 24-point games have they? Like, how many? Like, Texas A&M don't score that many points. Like, I think.
Agreed.
I think they score the most against Arkansas. Am I not?
No, it was actually today against Mississippi State, 24. They scored 23 against Arkansas.
Okay.
Oh, okay. They scored 31 against Sam Houston.
30. Okay.
Hey, y'all better look out for Oklahoma State.
I know my playoff pick for Oklahoma State looking real good right now.
That can happen.
Yeah.
No, Arkansas's run defense is good. Their pass defense is terrible. So that's why I was surprised that we were able to run the ball. But if you look on Alabama has we're number 1 on yards per carry rushing it, but we don't rush it that much because we got Bryce Young. You throw it.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But the times you do rush it, it's when you have yourself in a good position.
Y'all boys,
guys,
I'm gonna head off.
I gotta go.
I'm gonna head off. Just letting you guys know.
I gotta cut X-Wing's. I think he has like a parrot and a parakeet. I gotta cut his parakeet's toenails. So X-Wing, I'll be over there in a few minutes.
All right, man. I'll see you when I get here.
Who wins the SEC West? Ole Miss or Alabama?
Oh, Daniel, stop it! No,
Don't
stop it. No open-ended questions. Save that. We'll do it on the next show. Okay.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yes, but look, Daniel, I'm gonna let you go. X-Wing, you're my boy. I'm gonna let you go.
I'll see.
Y'all be in the streets.
All right, man. Go Dawgs.
I know Bulldog JC. See you, bro. Bulldog JC is in the background. I do want to on just to give him a second to come on because he's our boy.
Yeah. Got to, man. JC.
What's up?
Welcome. Good,
What's up, buddy?
How art thou?
I just noticed Travis Dye looks like TV's twin.
I saw you say that.
Oh my God.
Travis Dye,
I need to see this. Let me Google this.
I'm looking up Travis.
They just showed a picture. He's a USC football player.
Yeah, he transferred from Oregon. Yeah.
Oh, snap, bro. Hey, he not lying, dog.
I'm like, damn.
Oh, man.
I'm
going to have to do a side-by-side.
Hold up.
I'm going to have to do a side-by-side for that one, bro.
If only you could grow a mustache, man.
Bro, tell me he don't look
if
like
you
a
could grow you a mustache, man. I mean,
like
you got the head size for it. You know what I'm saying? So. I mean,
yeah, the little poof.
Yeah.
Yes. I grow out my poof and grow a mustache, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'll be Travis Dye for Halloween. How about that?
See, look, and he's 5'10", you're 5'10". I mean, come on.
Yeah.
5'11".
Might work.
No, you ain't 5'11". I'm 5'11". You ain't 5'11".
It might work.
No,
I was trying to get him on the TV and then
I'm 5'11", bro. I'm 5'11".
I was trying to get him on the TV and then do like that, but they started showing ads or something.
Oh, and then show them.
Yeah, they showed
What's up,
him.
Traveler?
Who is this?
What's going on?
Look at this gentleman.
Nothing much. Looking at my twin right now.
Damn. Look at this. Look at this well put together gentleman here.
You and Bulldog JC are twins?
No,
Yes.
Travis Dye. Well, it could be pretty close.
Yeah, we could be. We're separated at birth. What you dressed up for, bro? Where you been?
Nah, man, nowhere really. Just
You just walking around the house on game day looking all fresh, man?
I put a jacket on because I was cold.
Man.
Yeah, it's getting cold up here, man.
I like it.
Well, you are in the basement. Do you have heat down there?
I'm not in the basement.
Well, I mean, you know what I'm talking. You know what I mean.
What?
Bro,
I'm not in a basement.
I don't know why I thought that.
why you do that?
I don't know, man.
No, but he has his own little out place though.
Well, you built it in like that big ass room, so I was thinking it's like a basement or something.
No, it's just the back side of the first level of the house, like
okay,
the back of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you watching this USC Arizona State game?
I was flipping back and forth. I was watching Oregon kill whatever team that was. That doesn't matter.
I'm looking it up.
I want to go back to that one though.
I just turned it off.
Here we go.
Now.
Did you?
And I can't remember who it was either. So.
Oh yeah, Oregon and Stanford.
Look,
Stanford.
There's my twin, bro. That was nice. That was nice, bro. I feel special.
Gotta get that mustache
on
on,
TV.
man.
I got two.
Yeah, you really do.
They're showing highlights right now of the Utah. Oregon
Wait, is
State.
there a traveling show tonight?
Let me see.
Do what now?
Is there a traveling fool show tonight?
No, not tonight.
no.
I kind of took a little bit of a break because half the people that come on are West Coast and they're all watching foot. It was just kind of like, hey, let's take a break from trivia for a minute.
There he is.
You know what I mean?
Travis Dye.
Yeah.
Look, there's my friend. There he is. I like that, man. It makes me feel good.
Speaking of Travis Dye, he just
boys
ran
come out.
for about 4 yards in 2 quarters.
Yep.
Ooh. That's
Yeah,
me.
USC 28, Arizona State 17.
Look, there I go, bro.
Look at you, man. You're a clone.
Why do they got the names on the back of the jerseys? Come on, bro.
Do you like names on the back of jerseys or no?
I do.
I do.
I mean,
he's number 26.
I like the traditional way of it, just because it's like, I mean, it's old school, but at the same time, when I'm watching my team and there's a player I don't know that makes a good play or screws up, I want to know who it was. You know,
facts.
Yep.
If I don't already know, of course, but.
No, I agree. It is nice to be able to look and see, hey, that's such and such, you know, when they're all.
You know what they need to do? Who did that? Who did that? They started putting barcodes where you stick your phone up to the telephone screen and you scan the barcode on the back of the jersey, and you're trying to like sit here and find it.
I think they did that.
Was that the XFL or something?
XFL.
Yeah.
Did they really did that?
Oh, yes, they did.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
it was so stupid.
Yeah.
But you scan it and then it pulls up the player profile, where he came from, the college he went to, height, weight, all that kind of stuff. It's just
that's kind of cool if it worked good, but I can see people like chasing their phone around, you know, the TV.
Right. You walk around the TV like this. Oh, who the hell's that? Like
touchdown.
It's just kind of crazy, man.
Yep. USC.
I think USC is going to end up winning. I think they're going to end up winning out.
Did they play Utah?
I'm not sure.
If they play Utah, I would object. If they don't, I would probably agree.
Well, they just have a winning mentality, though. I think
they do.
They look good. Even last week when they looked bad, you know, they still came back and won just like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I can agree with that. I mean, obviously, Caleb Williams is really good too.
I think they do play Utah.
They don't play Utah?
I think they do play Utah.
Do they? I'm gonna look this up.
Pretty sure in a couple of weeks.
I would. I'm not gonna lie. I would definitely pick Utah to beat them. I think Utah is probably gonna win out. To be honest, that's my bold take.
I'm really happy this weekend because Miami didn't lose.
Yeah, they're undefeated this week.
I know, man. It was like I've been in a good mood all evening.
Amazing,
I was sitting around, real calm, watching football, eating pizza. You know, it's like yeah, man.
Well, I've been doing the same. I mean, we play tomorrow. We're gonna win tomorrow, but still, my team doesn't play today either. So I'm just kind of free.
You play on Sunday?
Yeah, the Hurricane. They moved the game to noon tomorrow. Yeah.
Damn, why'd they move it to noon? It would have been like that. Would have been.
I hate I don't know. I don't know.
Because of the NFL. That's why they moved it to noon.
Probably
they're not going to compete with Sunday night.
Yeah,
football.
well, hell no. Yeah, that's probably exactly why.
Who do you play?
Eastern Washington.
Oh well, never mind.
Ooh,
never mind.
October 15th, USC plays Utah.
Yeah, and Utah has to play UCLA before that too. Man, that's going to be tough for Utah.
Yeah,
they got to play UCLA and then USC.
So you think? I mean, so if USC does run the table, they're in the top 4.
Excuse me.
If you're talking about them winning the Pac-12 included in that, yeah.
I mean, it'd have to be, right?
Yeah, they would. Yeah, same for Utah. I think. I mean, it depends what happens, but Utah would be really, really close.
I thought Utah didn't they lose?
Yeah, they lost to Florida, but if it's out of conference, so if they win out and win the conference, depending on what the other conferences do, Utah could sneak in.
Right, but if USC did it without the loss, then they're in.
Right. Yeah, they're definitely in. Mm-hmm.
Because everybody had. It's funny. Everybody had written off the Pac-12 like completely this offseason. I mean, it was like they were like the redheaded stepchild everybody was talking about. They were like, this is gone, blah, blah, blah. And they've actually come out and looked surprisingly, they get
not
MVP.
Bad. Yeah, I mean, Oregon State looks good. Oregon's pretty decent. UCLA is really good. And, of course, USC and Utah. I mean, that's 5 good, pretty decent teams in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
It's going to take somebody.
And then Cal's not bad either. I mean, Cal's not bad.
No. I mean, Georgia came out.
But it's going to take somebody losing to them.
Yeah,
I know. Georgia crap today. But
no, I'm talking about Oregon. I mean, Georgia just came out and just walloped Oregon. But Oregon's progressively looked better since, which they're not playing Georgia, so it's hard to. It's really hard to make that comparison.
Yeah.
But Georgia looked. They got exposed today a little bit.
Yeah, what'd you think of TB?
You got exposed last week too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but really, really, really exposed this week.
Well, Georgia hasn't looked good for the past 2 weeks, though.
I mean, last week there was no doubt you were going to win. This week I watched till the end. I was like, this is so close.
Yeah.
I mean, they controlled the fourth quarter and won the game, but they lost the other 3.
Yeah. Do y'all know when the playoff poll comes out? Isn't it week 5 or week 6? It's coming up, right?
It was 7.
Yeah, I thought it was 7 too. I thought it was like 7. At the end of week 6, like halfway point.
Maybe that's right. Okay. But yeah, no, I was telling TB. I mean, there's so many possibilities because it's just such a weird year. I mean, there's so many possibilities of things that could happen this year.
Well, I mean, when Miami goes 273-2 and wins the ACC, I mean, are they going to get in?
No.
Dadgummit.
Maybe.
Dag nabbit.
That's right. Auburn next week. Auburn's been not great lately, but
is Miami still back?
Yeah, what if
Miami's
Kansas,
always back?
What if Kansas goes 11-0 or 12-0? Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, Kansas coming out of nowhere. And what about who else is ready to jump on the James Madison train? I think I'm gonna order a jersey.
Yeah, I haven't seen it,
or at least a hat.
Stop it, TB.
No, you yawned first.
No, you did, bro. No,
I think James Madison's won 2 that they were expected to lose. So.
Oh yeah. James
Madison's undefeated, bro.
They're rolling 4-0. At one point, I think it was like at week 3, week 4. I don't look this up. Fishing. You're on the computer thingy right now. My mouse is. I've got what. You ever have the mouse disease where your mouse jumps all over the screen? There's some kind of glitch.
Sometimes, yes.
Oh my God, that's going on right now. So I don't even want to try. But look up like the top rated defenses in the country, like overall defense.
Boys, 1102 is the first college football playoff ranking.
Top defenses in college football right now.
Yeah, like overall, the overall.
Oh ranking. My God, is this correct?
James Madison.
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. All right. So, number 1 is Minnesota. Number 2 is Alabama.
James Madison sat at number 1 for like the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, James Madison is number 3. James Madison is number 3.
Top defense in the whole country.
Oh man, Illinois number 4. That's interesting.
Wow.
Iowa, of course. Iowa's got a great defense, no offense at all. Number 5. Boise State, Utah at number 7. That's interesting too. Damn, son. I'll just kind of go through these. I'll go through the interesting one. Georgia is at number 11. LSU is surprisingly at number 12. NC State 14. Kentucky 17. Ohio State 18. That's impressive for them.
Missouri, but yeah, James Madison sitting there at the top. That's funny.
Yeah,
going into week 5.
Yeah.
Or I guess we're in week 6 now, aren't we?
To be
and
fair,
Minnesota at number 2.
All the top teams on this defense list have over 200 plays played against their defense. James Madison has 170. So there's teams in this list with like 270 plays played against their defense.
But that can be beneficial.
Could be clock management.
Oh, Emery Jones takes off?
No. I mean, having more plays.
Yeah.
Having more plays could be beneficial if they're sacks or if they're, it works both ways. So.
Mm-hmm.
Emery Jones is looking pretty good at Arizona State.
I'd love to see Arizona State make a game out of this.
I mean, they're 1-3. I mean, come on.
Oh, y'all are way ahead of me.
Well, he looks like he looked at Florida. Let's be honest.
I mean, he's thrown for 400.
He's just in the Pac-12 now.
No, I think it's 413 yards. No, I'm kidding, bro.
I'm about to say, hey, no.
Hey, we calling it. Because my StreamYard's about to run out.
Your StreamYard about to run out already?
You sound like Edward.
You just...
I'm lying, bro. I'm lying,
bro.
It's like, well, I'll be back next Wednesday at 8:00, and then Friday at 8:00, and then Saturday, the next 2 Saturdays at 8:00. Make sure you're here because
make sure you're here. You can join anytime you want to. Email me.
I love Edward. He's so awesome.
Next Thursday at 8 p.m., we're doing a celebration stream for JC's birthday.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, nice. I'll bake a cake.
Guess what next Thursday is?
I'll bake a cake and Millis will make you a sandwich.
Are you out of guesses?
Nah, Millis can make some deviled eggs.
No, remember Millis
he did that for friction, yeah.
Gotcha. What do you say about Millis' sandwiches?
Oh, remember the video of him making a sandwich?
Yeah, he took one slice of bread and wiped some mayonnaise on it, and then took the other slice.
See, I think I'm trying to remember the exact. It was disgusting. Millis put it together. He put the condiments. He put the condiments on his chest, and then like wiped it with the thing. So Mayhem Matthew made a bet with me, and I think if I'm not mistaken, it's Tennessee versus Georgia that Tennessee wins. I bet that Tennessee would win. But he made the bet, and I don't have to do anything if I lose. That's what's funny. But if this was his bet, I just took it. If he loses,
dude,
then he has to eat a Millis sandwich.
No,
gross, man.
I swear, man. I swear. Well, and he made the bet. Like he threw the bet up, made the deal,
look,
and then threw it off on me.
He bet me that Utah was going to beat Florida by 20, and I'm like, I'm just betting on Florida to win. He's like, no, Utah by 20. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I was even what do I have to do? And he's like, nothing. And I'm like, well, I'll take that bet. Yeah, of course.
I mean, am I a blind man? I mean,
JC and TB, I love you guys, but I'm really rooting for the Millis sandwich. Good old Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Tennessee.
I would want to see that.
And I'm all for Rocky Top, dude.
Stop yawning, bro. All right, you know what? Screw it. Fishing, since you yawned, I haven't yawned yet. Guys, I'm about to go take a shower and stay up later than usual because I haven't yawned.
So switch over to the OnlyFans now.
Yeah.
No, the Only Toes.
Only toes.
But JC, thank you for coming out. Traveling, thank you for coming out. Fishing.
Yep.
All right, appreciate later.
You. All right.
He's like the lamb later.
See you, Traveling. See you, JC.
Be safe in these streets.
Yeah, that was
hey man. Yeah, that was good. That was fun. I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
I didn't expect it to go this long, to be honest.
Really it's all right. It was fun, man. But I'm tired, man.
And like an hour and 15, I was like, okay, we did good.
And then people start coming on, and then
But you're right. A lot of these games continue to go in late. I'm gonna look at the.
Yeah, it's been a trend. I mean, you got the Pac-12 playing late.
Nature Boy was telling me to look at the Oregon's uniforms. He said it's green tops and yellow bottoms from Oregon.
Oregon? I thought it was all green. What did it say? Green top?
I'll look at them real quick.
Green top and yellow bottom. I think I did see that.
They're literally showing.
It's prototypical Oregon, though. I mean, it's nothing new.
Oh, dude, his nose.
I'm gonna click it real quick.
Oh yeah, it is, bro.
Let me see.
I'm not gonna lie.
Tell me if you're a fan. Tell me if you're a fan of this.
Of what?
The uniforms. You looking at it?
Not that color scheme, but I do love the crazy uniforms. But I don't like the green on the yellow. I wish it was either just
They just
all
do
yellow
too
or
much
all green.
sometimes, man. They just do too much.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite are? To be honest, yeah, that is too much. That shit's ugly. You know what my favorite is though, bro? When they do the all black with the yellow in the helmet and then the yellow O on the back. That
Or
shit
the,
is nice.
Or the all black with the silver numbers.
Yeah,
And
that
it's
was nice too.
shiny, bro. Like,
I mean, you can't go wrong with the black, but yeah, those are nice too.
yeah.
And then I also like the all green, but when you mix that yellow and that green, man, that's just too much.
We're gonna call it.
Let's call it, man. Let's call it. I need to get to bed, bro. I gotta be up early, man.
Sorry, buddy. We about to end it. Facts, Nature Boy. The all black looks good.
We appreciate everybody coming on, everybody watching. This has been fun. We started a little bit late, but it's been fun. We picked games. We actually previewed next week's games. I mean, we did everything we were supposed to do, right?
We did. We just need to pick. We need to pick the games. So
yeah,
we'll do another.
Yeah, we'll do another show this week. A shorter one where we just pick games and we'll go further in depth. But yeah.
Jacob, facts, bro. I'm watching that game for sure. Traveling, see you, bro. Appreciate you, Jacob. Nature Boy, Bulldog, JC. All the other people that came in, whether you came on the show or just hung out in the comment section. Definitely appreciate all of y'all. Check out my boy Fishing if you guys haven't. Check out me if you haven't. Anything you got to say, Fishing? We shut it.
Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
That's it.
Nah, we good, man. It's been fun. We good.
Good deal.
Time to go to bed.